But when it comes to direct deposits, you can with Wells Fargo.
Visit wellsfargo.com/getearly to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Not all direct deposits are eligible. Early availability is not guaranteed and may vary between deposits from the same payer. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
This hour is sponsored by Barks in the City, June 3rd at Apopka Amphitheater.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Wednesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate that greatly. And we do have a popping program today.
Ooh.
That's right. Woke News at 3:20. We'll get you caught up on what's happening out in the world. 4 o'clock, Animal House. Kristen Burford drops by. She's the Care Foundation of Apopka founder. Talk to her a little bit about what's going on with those guys. Scott Maxwell on the 5 o'clock hour. Immigration enforcement today. That's what his piece is about. Plus, we'll do trivia. In the 6 o'clock hour, we have Ross Thoughts. And, of course, last call. Your calls, text, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Oh, hello there.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Padgett.
Jim doesn't make the rules, but he does break the rules.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. You can find us easily on social, Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, it's just at Jim Colbert Show. And, of course, all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. What exactly did you mean about that, friend?
No, I just think it was cool.
Am I a rule breaker?
What's
the last rule you broke?
You're volatile.
What is the last rule I broke?
Let's see. How long ago were you behind the wheel?
Yeah, I was going to say I drove 60 and a 40 about an hour ago.
There we go.
You're just a Caucasian hurricane. What are you talking about?
Just a monster. When's the last time you guys bought a really good pair of shoes?
The Caucasian Hurricane.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's his fighting name.
Do sneakers count?
The Vanilla Hurricane.
It's a lot of letters for the license plate, but we'll figure it out.
I think sneakers definitely counts because we do know that Jack just splashed some cash on his feet.
About a month ago, or a few weeks ago.
Piggly Wigglies.
Got them Dita?
Yeah.
When's the last time you bought some good shoes, buddy? Some,
Not too long ago. Yeah, I bought running shoes 3-4 weeks ago.
Brooks, right?
Yeah, I've already put 30 miles on
I
those
like
bad
that.
boys.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
I looked at Brooks today because finally, I have to tell you, when's the last time you bought some?
I bought my latest favorite pair of Skechers. It'd be a few months ago.
Yeah, shape ups? Oh, yeah. You just stand in those and they walk for you.
Oh, I love those things.
Look like the bottom of barrels, those things. I bought shoes today. I haven't bought.
Oh.
You know what? The thing is
Put them up on the camera. It's just so I can watch you stretch in that position.
Do you
so
guys
you could tear something.
Do you guys try them on?
Yeah.
Or do you just know your size with a particular brand and you just go in there like, give me an 11 and that color and I'm outie?
I've never had luck with that.
I'm both.
I'll always end up with a problem.
If I am buying the same style, same pair, then I know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
But if there's anything different, I'm trying it out.
Yeah, same here.
I have a really bad trying it on problem. I don't know why. I feel like it's a waste of time. And I know how stupid that sounds before you say it's stupid. Let me help
It's
you.
a little stupid.
Let me help you out real quick. But
So
today,
Real dumb.
my wife, wife went to a not saying anything bad about like Foot Locker or places like that because of course you can go in there and get all your Jordans and Nikes and Adidas and Asics and whatever. But there are different shoes that don't get sold at places like that. You know, companies like Hoka. And I think On, or is it One or On, O-N? That's another big running shoe company that you don't hear a lot about, but they're like high-level shoes, really made to support your body weight and the way your feet are designed.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want to address those questions about running shoes toward that side of the
gotcha,
room
100%.
because I still have smoke, so I'm good.
Yeah. But I got my feet scanned today.
Whoa.
Like, they got a machine there, dude. What they do is they stand you on this machine, and it takes a laser scan of your feet and how you distribute your weight. Then they have a board of that where you walk across it, and it shows how you roll on your foot and then come off that. And, man, that was awesome. This is the first time I've, like, really taken the time to buy shoes. And can I tell you, game changer. It is a game changer.
Especially if you have any kind of like knee, back, or
man.
hip aches. Having the wrong kind of shoes just sets you up for disaster.
It's like I feel like I have two angels just carrying me around.
But what about your data?
What do you mean my data?
Your data, your foot data.
What about it? You think it's going to get ripped?
I'm just saying, you just gave it up all willy-nilly?
No,
you just deleted TikTok?
They emailed it to me. They emailed it to me.
Yeah, so
now
they have it.
I am the sole proprietor of my own foot data.
Okay, because you don't want the Chinese knowing how you roll off that
right.
ball of your foot.
I don't want the Chinese knowing about my foot business.
Exactly.
Just because they sent it to you doesn't mean they don't have it.
No, you're right. They probably have it. They store it. I've got an account there.
Yeah.
This is like the third pair of shoes. Well, first for me.
I don't know, man. Worst case scenario here, there's another gym 6 months from now.
No.
And they cloned you.
That'd be great if they did. Well, we don't know if it looks like him, but his feet are exactly the same.
Yeah, this might be bigger than all of us. I don't know. Was this down like an alleyway or was it a legit store?
It was right around the corner. It's a place that, look, I think everybody kind of knows. If you're a runner in Orlando, there are only a few stores you go to get that, that next level design when it comes to running. And these, look, I'm not a runner by any means, but because
you have the body for it.
No, thanks. I have a bad left knee that I had replaced, which would cause some hip issues. So I just need to make sure I gotta have good shoes. So I finally dropped some cash on a good pair of shoes. Usually, I will not spend anything over like $70 on a pair of like tennis shoes, and they have to last 6 months. Like, I'm that frugal when it comes to shoes. But went a little hot this time on that.
Running shoes will do that.
They will. They're expensive, but
you'll never see me in my running shoes. I'll never wear my running shoes here.
Why not?
Wow, that makes him a runner. That really does.
They're just hideous.
Oh, do you think the ones I bought are ugly? Did you see them?
Those are way cooler looking than mine. Mine are like neon Ninja Turtle tear green.
So you won't get hit by a car while you're running?
Yeah. I got reflectors and everything.
As if you're not going to outrun. Did you run today?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How many miles?
I think I ran 2.4.
Yeah, my daughter's doing this. My daughter's doing the whole running thing. It's like she's into it a lot. She ran like 3 or 4 miles the other day, and I talked to her, and she's like, it's hard, but I just feel like it's good for me.
Yeah, she's at an age where she can do it and handle it. But you...
I cannot do that. There's no way I could run.
Yeah.
You run a mile, and then you get Thanos snapped.
I mean, I could run. It's just it would hurt. It hurts after that. I mean, I'm not that old, but it's just, I'm starting to feel the arthritis thing in my hands. Like, my hands haven't worked really well for the last week.
Week?
Yeah, my hands
That's not good. That's breaking news then.
My hands have not worked real well for the last week.
Why didn't you tell us
It
this?
hurts.
Well, he told me.
It hurts. Like, just trying to make a fist with my right hand is tough.
Which is good news for you, Ross.
Yeah, which is good news for you, Ross.
Good news for you, Ross.
I'll have to resort to slapping the ass out of you.
Okay.
From now on. Although I do have a nice hard elbow, I can cross you up and get that jaw in a good position for you if you'd like to keep on insulting me this first segment.
I'm happy you're talking about punching me because that desire is about to turn up.
Why is that?
Because you just glossed over that your right hand hurts whenever you make a fist.
Yes.
And I'm not supposed to be curious.
Well, no, you're not supposed to be curious. It's just arthritis.
It's a hurt so good.
It's not
now.
a hurt so good scenario. It's not like a stranger scenario.
Okay.
All right. Not like I met somebody at a bar.
Yeah. Because that's immediately where my brain went to.
Right. You seem nice.
Yeah.
Got any friends? Oddly, I do. At the other end of that arm.
Yeah, running was and is a game changer.
Yeah, my kid's doing a lot. I'm not a runner, man. I just get bored. It's like one of the reasons it's hard for me to work out. I just get so bored. I hate it so much.
So it's easy.
Yeah, no, it's not easy, but I get bored with it. I don't know. It's so lame. It is a true, like, if to get me, and I'm about to start, because I gotta, but to get me into somewhere to do exercise, like, weight exercise, I loathe it so much because it is just absolutely mind-numbing to me.
it creeped into my bike rides too, where it's like I'm finding it harder to motivate myself.
Yep.
That's why with a backpack, I will do a trip to the store, and it's like one item a day. I will ride to Aldi or
That's a
Publix
good idea,
and
actually.
come back.
That's brilliant.
So it gives me a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
And I can crank out 9 to 10 miles in the round trip.
That's a great idea.
But it makes it so much easier to be motivated to do it.
Do you feel you get the actual exercise on a bike? That's the only thing about riding a bicycle is it seems too fun to be good for you.
Here, beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, no,
here.
it's great cardiovascular exercise. It's going to really build your legs and your butt. It's not good necessarily for upper body strength, but you can fill that with other things.
Yes.
I already work my legs so much.
And it doesn't work your butt too much, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I was
'cause
hoping
Jack-
that would change.
That would
is
be
still-
hills.
Jack still has 2 paper plates as an ass.
But
But a little bit of something
Walking.
is a little bit of something is infinitely more than nothing.
Well, I do work
Walking
around.
will lift that booty.
I do work pretty hard around the house, out in my yard. I do, we get out there and do some real work. I mean,
Yeah,
you
once
can
a month.
see the evidence of that. You kiss my ass, it's more than that. It's at least twice. It's at
Says
least
the one
twice.
with the ass
It's
to the
every
one with
other week.
All right.
That's the thing.
Right.
It's like I feel you.
Easy.
That's hard work. You're probably burning some calories.
Yes, some, but not enough.
Yeah, it's,
It's the consistency, and I just get so sick bored with it. I don't know what it is. I hate it so much.
walk for an hour.
Okay. An hour?
Jim,
Man, I don't do. Golf is the only thing I'll do for an hour.
How many calories do you burn when you're rocking on the chair watching the landscaper cut your lawn?
Oh, man. That's where I really get a froth going. That guy really kills himself out there.
Well, watch out. That might be a damp upper lip.
Sometimes I have to tell you, I have to adjust my AC to have it blow it right on where I sit to cool me down while that guy works.
And just because I brought up that I ran those miles, that was not today was not a running day. I just want to clarify.
Oh,
that.
weird
Wow,
flex.
that's even
Okay.
a weirder flex.
Yeah.
Oh, I just did it because,
It's an off day.
I'm Ross,
exactly. I'm not exactly. It's not a running day, you guys.
I'm
I just
Ross.
did 3.5.
Ross Pageant. I run on my off days.
You know what? I'm just.
I exercise on my off days. I say 3 days a week. I'd say 5.
I'm 2 days on, 2 days off.
Really?
That's my goal. That's
like
what
a fireman?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to stick to. Like a weird weekend pilot. Yeah. Just.
I got to do it. I told my wife too. So I think I'm starting Monday.
Why not tomorrow?
I don't want to start tomorrow.
That's your problem.
No, that is not my problem. I do things I do have to have a starting date. I can't go, I'm doing this tomorrow. I have to have a starting date. I'll start it on Monday, which is like tomorrow. I'm starting the credit card thing because it's June 1st.
Yeah, the beginning of a month is a great date to start.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do it like that. I want to start on a Monday because that way I can do it the 3 days a week I'm supposed to, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, take the weekends off and do it that way. I don't want to start on a Thursday. Who does that? Who starts a workout program on a Thursday? The worst day of the week. Except for Tuesday.
Why are you so passionate about days and working out? Who cares if it's on a Monday or a Thursday besides your body?
I care. That's what matters. And this is how I set precedent so I can get it done over and over again. I have to fool myself into doing this.
Sounds like such a good time.
Deborah, listen.
Wow.
I would rather shut my head in the door of my truck for an hour than go up there and do it. But I got to do it because I'm old, fat, and I'm going to die if not.
Let's go. I'm down to run.
God
I think
almighty.
you should have gotten a pair of Nikes, though.
Why?
Because they say just do it.
Oh, okay.
And doesn't say, hey, start on a Monday.
Yeah.
And
that sounds
forget
like
the Thursday.
That sounds a lot like Just Donut. Hey. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Deb News.
Yeah, the Sackler family gets immunity in an opioid bankruptcy deal. Yeah,
Love
that
it.
story
Love
just
it.
totally burns my ass.
That'll teach them.
The National Hurricane Center director discusses the upcoming hurricane season as something currently looms in our Gulf Coast area. And Colorado's governor proposes Disney World move in an NBA Finals bet. We'll talk about that and so much more coming up next during Woke News.
Who's throwing their, oh man, these states are going to be throwing
I
their.
know.
That just shows you how valuable. Oh, I'd take Disney.
Exactly.
We'll move you. I tell you what, we'll pay for the move. How do you throw how many U-Hauls for that castle?
Right, exactly.
Welcome to Wichita.
Oh, yeah, Kansas, home of Disney. Doesn't have a ring to it, does it? All right, 407-916-1041. Back with Deborah's News right after this.
They won't tell you this, but your pets are pretty lonely when you leave. No worries. We'll keep them company. Just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Looking at your normal afternoon delays on I-4 in the Orlando area as you travel eastbound between 535 and I-Drive. Westbound traffic slowing down as you travel between Sand Lake and 535 and between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. No major problems or delays to report for those taking the Beach Line or the Greenway. If you see traffic problems, call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by LASIK Vision Institute.
LASIK is more affordable than you think. Right now at the LASIK Vision Institute, we're offering $1,000 off our Wavelight laser when treated in June. That's $500 off per eye with guaranteed financing. Visit LASIK.com for details.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. You know your eyes are the window into your world. Everybody knows that. That's why I never would even consider a discount surgery center for LASIK vision correction. It's hard not to even laugh saying that. That's why I turned to the team over at the Filatowski Eye Institute, the recognized leader of vision correction surgery here in Central Florida. My son and my father-in-law came to me years ago and said, man, is this real? Is this LASIK a real deal? And I was like, guys, listen. Everybody gets it, and everybody says it's the most amazing thing ever. So that's exactly what they did. And the Filatowski team absolutely knocked it out of the park, giving both of my son and my father-in-law crystal clear vision virtually overnight. They do that with 65,000 surgeries here in Central Florida. That's 30 years of experience working for you. And they use the latest state-of-the-art tech with fast recovery times. Most people back to work the very next day. Start seeing the way you were meant to. You don't have to live life with blurry vision. Get that out of there. The Filatowski Eye Institute can help you do that. Simply text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your consultation today. They even offer 24-month interest-free financing to qualified patients. Again, it's easy. Schedule that consultation for text 1041 to the number 868686. It's the Filatowski Eye Institute, the smart choice, the only choice for LASIK vision correction.
In the city, June 3rd at the Apopka Amphitheater.
It's time to soak up those unofficial start of summer vibes with the free iHeartRadio app. Take your favorite radio station wherever you go and never miss the music you love, the latest news, or a chance to win the hottest prizes. Turn up the perfect summer soundtrack for your road trips, pool parties, and cookouts with specially curated playlists. Plus, dive into the world of podcasts and discover captivating stories that will keep you entertained for hours on end. So grab your shades, slather on the sunscreen, and make this summer unforgettable. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
It happens in a matter of seconds, but the aftermath can last a lifetime. Car crash, slip and fall, there's only one Mo you should call, the Mo you know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Eating good is about more than just tasty food. Eating good is about doing good, too. And that's exactly what Fresh from Florida is all about. Supporting local Florida farmers, creating jobs in our communities, and of course, making sure you can enjoy all the fresh flavors Florida has to offer. Because produce tastes better when it's grown closer to home. So eat good tonight. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing. Or this one. I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better, unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
I can't wait for what's next, even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, apixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
SimpliSafe was named Best Home Security of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. But we don't do what we do for the accolades. We do it to protect you and everything you love. Our advanced sensors, indoor and outdoor HD cameras, and hazard detectors are powered by live 24/7 professional monitoring, so you get emergency help fast. Get 20% off any new system with interactive monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
iHeart gives you access to the hottest music, events, and deals. But on June 1st, we're giving you access like never before. It's iHeart Radio Access Day, our 24-hour way of saying thank you for listening. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today.
You could be joining Colin Cowherd in L.A. to experience a live broadcast of The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to register to receive reminders for when experiences like this and more go live tomorrow.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
So apparently Facebook is still a thing? Search gym members and join our group.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Of course, you can always text us easily, 77031. Leave us a talk back if you'd like. Just get the iHeartRadio app. Go to Real Radio once you get it, and use that little microphone to send it on down the line. Jack plays them throughout the day. Easy peasy, and you can get on the air without waiting. How good is that? Welcome back. I am Jim. Jack and Ross are right over there. Let's get a check of the news. Here's Deborah.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world. On the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, let's jump in with both feet. We got a lot to cover, and as always, Woke News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Starting off with some national news, the House will vote this evening on the debt ceiling bill negotiated by Speaker McCarthy and the White House. McCarthy is working to secure the votes for the deal among his conference, as a number of conservative members have openly opposed the legislation, arguing it doesn't go far enough to rein in government spending. The group has urged fellow Republicans to vote no. Republican leaders, however, have expressed confidence they'll have the votes to get the bill over the finish line. The bill needs a simple majority to clear the House, and many Democrats are expected to support the measure. It would suspend the debt ceiling for 2 years and includes modest spending cuts and policy provisions. Speaking of spending and money, the Sackler family, the favorites here on the Jim Colbert Show.
Yeah.
The Suckler family. Got them good.
Singularly responsible for just a large portion of the opioid epidemic here in the States. And some of those numbers, I was talking to a golf friend this past weekend about the opioid numbers out of West Virginia, because we were just kind of hooked up playing golf. And he was from West Virginia, his family was. I told him I lived there for a little bit. And when you see those numbers of the opioids that went into that state, that's one of the big reasons that family got into. It's like 300,000 per person, or some ridiculous number.
Specifically had it debut in that area from documentaries I've seen, because of all the coal mining accidents.
Fortunately, justice prevailed and they were held accountable.
Yeah.
And that's why they called it hillbilly heroin.
Right.
But no, the Sackler family, unfortunately, will be protected from any lawsuits over their role in the opioid business. A New York appeals court on Tuesday granted immunity to the family as part of a bankruptcy deal with their company, Purdue Pharma. They'll also personally pay billions of dollars to help fight the opioid epidemic their company is accused of fostering. The company introduced OxyContin in the 1990s and said it was non-addictive. Since then, more than 547,000 people have died from opioid overdoses, according to the CDC. That's from 1999 to 2020. California Attorney General Rob Bonta expressed some disappointment about the immunity deal, arguing that victims of the opioid crisis are the ones who really deserve justice.
I wonder why. Does it ever go into how the immunity came about? Like what provided that? I'll read it.
Yeah, exactly. All I know is they're willing to pay $6 billion, and I think, 547,000 lives should be worth a lot more than $6 billion.
Yeah, those are the lost lives. But how many ruined lives beyond that?
Yeah.
And how many families affected?
Destroyed.
Every single one of those deaths completely avoidable.
Yeah, exactly. And
those are preventable deaths.
When they see, which is why I'm a big proponent of take that family's name off of every building,
They started doing that,
yes,
though,
they
right?
have. Yes, they have. All right, closer to home, all eyes are on the tropics as tomorrow marks the start of the 2023 Atlantic hurricane season. National Hurricane Center Director Dr. Michael Brennan says forecasts are using new tools this year to help people better prepare for approaching systems. They have a new model pushing real-time storm surge information out 72 hours in advance of an approaching system, along with a new forecasting tool that can improve the track and intensity forecast. And of course, this is coming as forecasters are watching a disturbance in the waters of the Gulf of Mexico that's expected to be a rainmaker here in Florida. Several counties in South Florida are already under a flood watch. The National Hurricane Center says the area of low pressure is producing disorganized showers and storms. It has a low chance of development in the next 7 days, only at about 20%, but forecasters warn it could still produce heavy rain and gusty winds as it takes its slow time moving over Florida and into the Atlantic Ocean. And again, this is happening as the 6-month Atlantic hurricane season begins on Thursday.
And remember, that was the big problem with Ian, right?
Yeah.
It just kind of sat around and just kind of dumped rain for days, weeks.
Yeah, and a lot of communities were completely unprepared for that. But a new AAA survey shows about 1 in 5 Floridians do not make advanced preparations for hurricane season or even just severe weather. Nearly a quarter say they would ignore warnings to evacuate ahead of a hurricane. Of those who would evacuate, 56% say they would stay in their homes unless an approaching storm was a Cat 3 or higher. Reasons Floridians give for ignoring evacuation warnings range from not being able to afford a hotel, to wanting to stay so they can fix damage to their property. I know that's always a fear when we have to come and stay at the station. It's like
going back home.
What am I going to find when I get home? For a lot of people, until shelters allowed pets, for a lot of people, they weren't going to leave their pets. But that's what emergency management officials have to fight, is those people are like, oh, it's only a Cat 3? Yeah, I'm not leaving for that.
Didn't they start making them write their Social Security numbers and stuff on their arm?
Yeah, like
down in the Keys and down in South Florida when those things were rolling through, they're like, hey, man, do us a favor. If you're not going to leave, just grab a Sharpie and write your social on your arm so we know who you are when we find you.
And
message received.
Yeah, they did that in the Panhandle as well. Yeah, because there is a certain point when we saw with Ian, when it slammed into the southwest coast, that emergency personnel simply cannot get to
we
you.
will not rescue you. Matter of fact, if you'll remember, during Ian, they were making like PSAs about that. Like, hey, just so you know that we're not joking. We're not coming in. You can holler all you want. We're not coming to get you.
And those are some of the worst 911 calls, if you've ever heard a 911 call of someone calling during a hurricane, begging to be rescued and being told on the other line,
hey, man, we gave you plenty of time.
We're not coming. And the fear, because what do you do?
And then you remember the story I read last year after Ian, like when the coroners started releasing how people died and how sad it was. A number of elderly people were found halfway in and out of their windows because as the water started coming up, they tried to get out of their window to get out and got stuck and just drowned
and
there.
They were trapped. Another death happened because they fell in floodwaters, hit their head, and then they weren't discovered for a while. Well, the city of New Smyrna Beach is working on a plan to combat flooding as residents prepare for the start of hurricane season tomorrow. Officials held an emergency meeting yesterday to discuss how Hurricane Ian impacted the city's stormwater drainage system. A lot of cities found out just how prepared or unprepared they were. A recent study was conducted to look at how construction project, maintenance efforts, and wetlands may have played a role in more than 1,000 homes being flooded last year. The city says it will use these findings to present an action plan next month. My best friend is still living in an apartment and hoping that in the next 4 to 6 weeks she might be able to move back home. She's been out since late September.
Unbelievable.
All right, Florida transportation officials. They're working on a plan to crack down on distracted drivers. You know, those people who are weaving back and forth in their lanes because they're on their phone.
Go get them. See about 50 of them a day.
Oh, my
Almost got ran off the road by one the other day, just on the phone, not even paying attention. Somebody going 31 miles an hour in a 55 because they were on their phone having a conversation.
Yep.
Well, don't beep. No, that only annoys me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. The FDOT will launch a campaign known as Target Zero tomorrow throughout Central Florida counties. State troopers are joining the initiative in an effort to reduce the number of serious injuries and death on the roadways to zero. Traffic enforcement will put a special focus on men in their 20s due to reports finding this group is responsible for more than half of dangerous car crashes. The FHP is encouraging people who see a distracted driver to report it by dialing star 347, which is FHP.
Yeah, that group is responsible for a lot more of half of stuff.
I know, yeah.
Let's go ahead and pin them with a bunch.
And cool name. Whoever's doing the marketing on that. Was it Project Zero?
Target Zero.
Target Zero?
Target Zero. Okay,
that sounds like we're going after Bin Laden again.
More than 5 years after 17 people were killed and 17 others hurt in the Parkland school massacre, jury selection begins today for Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High's school resource officer who did not confront the killer. Judge Martin Fine says the potential jurors who agree to serve into mid-August would be brought back on Monday, possibly again on Tuesday, for more rigorous questioning about what they know about the shooting, what they know about former Broward Sheriff's Office Deputy Scott Peterson, and if they can really offer him a fair trial. Peterson faces up to 95 years in prison if convicted of child neglect, culpable negligence, and perjury. The defense is going to argue he was not their caregiver.
Oh, wow. Okay. I would just ask you, why'd you sign up then? I mean, the whole idea is to do that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you would think that if you are an officer of the law, that's a dream, not a dream situation. But I mean, you don't engage very often, so you would think, when you get to engage, you really want to show your skill set and get in there and do the things that you're trained to do. Well, I never understood that with that guy.
I never understood not only his inaction, but when he told other officers not to respond and not to go into the building. To me, and then that's where the negligence is compounded. If he didn't know he was that cowardly until that moment, and I believe most officers, deputies, and troopers don't ever want to fire their service weapon.
Yeah.
But if he was that cowardly, then let the other people who showed up, let them do their duty to serve and protect and take your cowardly ass home.
The Uvalde thing, man, their parents were begging the cops to give them their guns and let them go in.
Well,
they were doing everything. And we've seen, even with these mass shootings, more citizens have become more vigilant in taking care of that and trying to handle the situations just because.
Well, look at Uvalde. You had parents who were arrested because they were like, if you're going to stand around and just sit here, I'm going in to get my kid.
Right.
All right, the Hernando County teacher in the middle of a classroom controversy is stepping down. I wonder why we can't fill all of these teachers' positions around the... A district spokesperson said yesterday that Jenna Barbie plans to resign.
Okay.
School board member Shannon Rodriguez filed a complaint over a Disney movie Barbie showed her 5th grade class at Winding Waters K-8. The movie Strange World has a teen character who is gay. The teacher said she showed the film because it supported her Earth Studies class. The spokesperson tells News Channel 8 Barbie is one of about 50 teachers planning to quit before the next school year.
Yep. Good luck.
You're going to need it.
Yep. Hope you're ready to homeschool.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
And then the Sentinel had an interesting article about school vouchers and private schools now raising tuition.
this is what's it? Parents and Education Act, the anti-woke.
Yeah, hundreds of people
the
showed
parental
up
rights and education,
and the Don't Say Gay, parental rights and education. Yeah, but this is a byproduct. Now, everyone who I have a problem with it.
Well, with the poem book, I mean, although that thing was a little misconstrued in the media because all DeSantis wanted to do was move it to middle school, and they were like, it's a ban. It wasn't really a ban, but in reality, it wouldn't have mattered either way because it wasn't taken out, and the woman never even read it. She said she never even read the entire poem. And I'm like, wait, what are you doing? So anybody can complain.
Yes, basically.
And she didn't even read the poem as she wrote the complaint. And I'm like, look, man, if you're going to complain, know your stuff. I don't have any problem with you complaining. Just don't complain because you got on a web board once and somebody said something about a poem that may be in your school and you write a letter. By the way, and you write a letter and it looks like you didn't go to school.
Right. But it's becoming an organized political movement because now you have groups saying, here's a list of all the books, and they'll distribute it if you live in Florida. These are the books that you should be complaining about.
Yeah.
And they're not reading it. They're reading the list.
Yeah, you got to read it, man. I got to tell you, if you're going to file a complaint, you got to read the book.
And now it's, open for all parents to show up and complain. What's making all of our, educational book rules is essentially just like a really large Facebook group. And you go ahead and see who agrees in one of those.
Well, and the other issue, too, is that, most schools and school districts, especially your smaller ones, they can't afford what they call a media specialist to come in and review all of these books before they're put back on the shelf. So it just delays.
You have a right to not have your child taught that. Fine. Take your child out of that class. Have your child not read that book. But don't try and teach my child or restrict my child from your homophobia or whatever is driving your decision to complain about what's going on.
Well, the problem I have with it is a lot of people don't really just feel that way. They're just falling in line. That's what I don't like about it. If you're going to have a legit complaint, write the complaint out, learn the information, then make your complaint. Don't do it just because somebody told you to on a web board or a chat room. That's stupid. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Let me find my place again.
I just like yelling stupid.
Yeah. Homelessness is on the rise in Brevard County. New data from the annual point-in-time count shows the number of people experiencing homelessness is up by what % do you think homelessness is up in Brevard County compared to last year?
This time of year?
12.
Up 12%, you think? I'll go 30.
Oh, I'll shoot it. 21.
Ross gets the points, 15% compared to last year. But still, that's a pretty big increase in 1 year. This is the highest, in fact, data collected since 2015. The Brevard Homeless Coalition told Fox 35 that its goal over the next 3 years will be to create emergency shelters across the area. Meanwhile, a pair of Central Florida bridges are being named after famous astronauts.
All right.
Governor Ron DeSantis signed legislation designating the bridges in Brevard County in honor of Dr. Sally Ride and Krista McAuliffe. Ride, who died in 2012, was the first American woman to fly in space. McAuliffe, of course, the New Hampshire school teacher killed in the 1986 Challenger space shuttle disaster. Also, a portion of Cortez Boulevard in Hernando County will be named after late conservative radio talk show host Rush Limbaugh. Hey, an organization is offering free skin cancer screenings in Central Florida this week.
All right.
Free, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Let's go.
Free's good.
Skin Cancer Foundation will be parked outside the Phoenicia Center in Orlando today and tomorrow. A dermatologist will provide examinations at no cost to patients from 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon each day. So take advantage of it. You've got...
And in Florida, you may. Here's the thing: I've got so many little spots on my body, and I'm just waiting for them to flake off and start bleeding. I can get it taken care of.
I have a good friend who used to be a lifeguard on Miami Beach back like in the 50s and 60s when sunscreen meant lemon oil and baby oil and lemon juice
with a foil board around.
Exactly, exactly.
My mom and my grandmother used to put iodine in baby oil.
Yep, to help brown you up better.
Oh, yeah.
And as a lifeguard. There were no towers with umbrellas at that time. You just sat in the wide open sun.
Sure.
He has had so many skin cancers. He's had to have removed from his back, his arms, his head, from years of spending sun in the time, as a teenager.
You know who else gets this? Golfers.
Oh, wow.
For you guys who play golf out there, I don't care if it's hot or not hot, if it's supposed to be raining or not raining, you're in that UV, you got to get yourself protected, man. I got a bunch of friends that had neck issues on the back of their neck,
Oh, yeah.
My stepdad, golfer, tip of the nose and top of the ear.
Yep.
Because even wearing a cap, you know, the ear was exposed.
I started wearing my in-laws got me a Tilly hat, which is kind of like a
fishing hat.
No, it's a it looks not a safari hat, but it's just like a regular. It's got a brim there, so it covers my entire head. I wear that when I play golf now. I just can't. I don't want to roll the dice.
No, I don't blame you.
It's so stupid.
All right, UCF is promising students what it calls an unparalleled experience in the tourism capital of the world. The school announced last week it's going to start offering degrees this fall in theme park and attraction management.
Really?
Carissa Baker is the coordinator of the new degree program, and she says it'll give students a specialized understanding of the complex global tourism industry. She adds UCF will be the only school in Florida to offer a degree like this.
That's funny. I thought that was all wrapped up in hospitality management. That's what I thought that was.
Well, that's mainly hotel motel management.
Got it. So this is specifically theme park.
Theme park, which is a whole different beast.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of theme parks, Colorado's governor is making a proposal to his counterpart in South Florida ahead of the NBA Finals matchup between the Nuggets and the Heat that tips off tomorrow night. Democrat Jared Polis suggested yesterday that, hey, Disney World should move to Colorado if Denver beats Miami in the upcoming series. Republican Governor Ron DeSantis, of course, has criticized Disney as a woke corporation since the company objected to the Parental Rights and Education Bill, otherwise known as Don't Say Gay. Polis said Disney World should move to the, quote, actual happiest place on earth to do business, end quote, in yesterday's tweet.
Yeah.
A woman who was riding, though, on Disneyland Splash Mountain says, hey, sorry, guys, but I suffered a panic attack. That prompted her to climb out of the ride's log, walk down the stairs to the entrance.
Really?
The woman wasn't injured, and it's unclear how theme park officials responded. Splash Mountain opened in 1989. It is now closed for renovation. Yesterday was the last day for Disneyland Splash Mountain.
Got it.
It'll be reimagined and named after the star of the Disney movie The Princess and the Frog. When the work is completed, it'll be known as Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
I'll be damned. The only time I've ever heard of that happening in Orlando was Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
Somebody freaked out in the Haunted Mansion and jumped off at one of those spots and just kind of stood there. And if you went during grad night or any of those nights like that, all throughout the rides, everywhere, there were Disney employees like inside the ride so that people wouldn't hop out or throw stuff, because...
And smoke their weed.
Yeah,
You smoke weed, man. I think they're groping each other.
Yeah, doing the makeout.
You go on that ride, 9 months later, you're a mom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the People Mover was basically a moving hotel.
Speaking of that, I don't know if you guys have heard, I've got to give you this last item. Actor Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Becoming a father again at the age of 83.
It's funny. It's like he's always been in competition with De Niro.
Yes, and who wants to see that O-face?
No.
At that age, no one wants.
Yeah, that's a no-face scenario.
TMZ reports his 29-year-old girlfriend, Noor Al-Fala, is 8 months pregnant. She's been linked to Pacino for just over a year and previously had a relationship with Mick Jagger.
By the way, she wins.
And a billionaire investor. Pacino currently has 3 other children from 2 women.
Yeah, and the funny, you know who she dated before this? This is true, by the way. Jagger and Clint Eastwood. She's into octogenarians, dude. She's into it.
She's rumored to
Rich
not have hooked up with, who is the second one?
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. She said he's just a close family friend.
Right.
Apparently, she's got that kink.
Oh.
I bet you it was Clint Northwood when they met each other.
Well, after about 45 minutes and the script called in. And now you all are officially woke, and Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Yeah, everybody knows we're supposed to get more than one quote on our mortgages, but only about 25% of us actually do. And the reason why? It takes too much time, and we're busy. Well, that mortgage guy, Don, will make it so easy for you that you really have no excuse. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com, hit the compare quote button, put in your contact info, tell him your credit score, and upload your quote, and he will do the rest. Don will interpret your quote and let you know if you can do better. Plain and simple, no spam, no hassle, just peace of mind at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Somebody said she'll be changing 2 diapers.
Right, exactly. Make sure you get the right size.
Exactly. All right, back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends.
3 nights at the motel under street lights in the city.
Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the mid and upper 80s through the Orlando metro. Mix of sun and clouds to start, but mainly after 2 p.m. we will be monitoring a rise in rain chances, and the rain could be heavy at times. We're looking at 40 to 50% coverage throughout the day on Thursday and Friday. High rain chances yet again, and temperatures will be dipping into the low 80s by the end of the work week.
This report is sponsored by STEM.
If the weather calls for rain, then the rain calls for mosquitoes. Keep them away with STEM. STEM is powered by active ingredients found in plants to repel mosquitoes safely and effectively when used as directed. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
Tools Ace Hardware has all the best brands in grilling and outdoor cooking. Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, Napoleon, Uni pizza ovens, all the good stuff. And now you can actually come check out the new Traeger Flat Rock Griddle, now in stock at most Tools Ace Hardware locations. What is that, you say? Well, this new Traeger Flat Rock Griddle is awesome, fueled with propane, and will help open up a new world of griddling and frying, steaming and sauteing, while delivering that innovation and premium quality that Traeger is definitely known for. Not to mention previous model Traeger Timberline pellet grills, now $700 off while supplies last. And all you have to do, just visit one of their 12 Central Florida locations, or you can shop online, acehardware.com. That way you can get free assembly and local delivery on grills $3.99 and up. It's Tools Ace, the backyard place.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Guys, let's get you a new bathroom courtesy of RebathMidFLA.com right there in Altamont Springs. You can actually slide by their showroom today and check it out if you'd like. Very easy to find right across from Kobe. And when you go in, you're going to see some models set up. Now, understand, when you look at those models, that's not like your choices. Those are just to show you what products they have and how they can be reconfigured to make a bathroom of your dreams. But here's the best part, even with that. They have a design team. So that means they take your space and your ideas into consideration, then they use their products to make it come to life. And they do this every day. And here's the best part of that. You have everything there. You don't have to go out and find toilets and tubs and lighting that you like. They have everything in the house. So in other words, once you enter the house and rebath, you are there for a new bathroom across the board. From the lighting to the fixtures, they have everything you need, and they install it in just 4 to 6 days. Is that right? Not weeks, not months, days. They do it with their team, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And look, if you're out there and you've been approached from somebody who says they're Rebath, but they're not Rebath, they're like, well, we use Rebath products or we're associated. Not true. There are people out there doing that because they want to leech on to Rebath's good reputation. Just stick with Rebath. You'll be just fine. Log on today. Book your appointment. Your new bathroom is right there in Altamont at RebathMidFLA.com.
We all know Goodwill. But did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
Wake up, people. You're optimizing every waking hour of your life, from carpooling kids to work to friends and everything in between. You have to get sleep and a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements, learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better, night after night. Sleep next level, only from Sleep Number. Save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Every dog has its day, and now it has its own exhibit, too. Orlando Science Center explores the science behind where dogs came from, how they experience the world, and what makes our bond with them so special. In Dogs, A Science Tale, hands-on exhibits will let you see, hear, and smell the world just like dogs do. You'll have a ball sniffing out hidden smells, testing your speed against different breeds, and examining dogs and their role in history and culture. Step into the role of archaeologist and dig deep into the story of our forever friends. Get tickets at osc.org.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order, so every bite is hot and juicy every time. Because we love making you a burger that tastes exactly how it should.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger made special just for you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a handcrafted treat, let our team member Sephora tell you about a Culver's favorite.
We make our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard in small batches all throughout the day. And we mean all day, every day. From our supremely rich shakes and concrete mixers to our freshly scooped dishes and cones, we handcraft every bite to pure perfection. Making you a sweet treat with care is the best part of my day.
Come to Culver's and get a taste of our fresh frozen custard.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Wake up, people. You're optimizing every waking hour of your life, from carpooling kids to work to friends and everything in between. You have to get sleep and a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements, learning how you sleep so you learn to sleep better night after night. Sleep next level, only from Sleep Number. Save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
This hour is sponsored by Barks in the City, June 3rd at the Popka Amphitheater.
Radio.
Obviously, this is why YouTube was created. Obviously, at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
How you doing, Colbert crew? I have a question for you. I'm 35, pretty much in good shape. I'm only 134 pounds, but my boobs jiggle. Is that normal? I don't know.
Can I get your hand to ride?
407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio.
If it makes you feel any better, sir, so do mine.
Wow. You just caused about 20 truckers to pull over.
Hey.
Yeah, easy. Easy, kiddo. All right, welcome
And we
back.
need those web hits.
407-916-1041. Speaking of web hits, you definitely want to hop on JimColbertLive.com. Animal House coming up in a second.
Oh, yeah.
And we have some interesting guests. Something that's never been in the studio before.
Yes. Safety, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, nothing.
Because I worried about that. I was
Yeah.
hoping she was going to be bringing it.
Yeah, because, I mean, Larry said, hey, you know what's in that cage, right? And I'm like, and he says what it is. I'm like, the hell? No.
Yeah.
No. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm talking about being that guy. Not going to be that guy.
What guy?
What?
You know the guy.
That would be worse
Oh,
than
my God.
clicking on the phishing email, do you think?
I would click on 30 of them. And you
No.
can just do what you got to do.
Well, I will be holding that animal.
Okay. Well, that's coming up here in just a second. 407-916-1041.
Yeah, and it's a really great organization in Apopka that you can go with the kids and the family, have, a great relaxing afternoon and not have to spend an arm and a leg.
Yeah, no joke. And Kristen will be in just a second and tell us all about the CARE Foundation out there in Apopka for sure. I don't know if you guys saw the news. Man, I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Living in this city is great. I do love Orlando. I really do. I've traveled around a little bit in my life. Not crazy, but enough to see enough cities to be able to compare Orlando to other cities.
Right.
And, I think it holds up really well nationwide. L.A., I've been to Austin, been to Philly, been to Boston,
New York.
to New York, been to Santa Fe, New Mexico, been to a bunch of places, all those cities here in Florida of value, And it just always seems to find us, these things. This just always seems to find us. Happening December 28th, 5:45 at Camping World Stadium is going to feature the Atlantic Coast and Big 12 conferences. You got it, people. That's right. We're going to be watching the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Oh, yeah. I love Pop-Tarts.
The Pop-Tart Bowl is going to be in Central Florida. It's us, right? I mean, that's what happens to us.
Well, we get Camping World Stadium. Why don't they just call it the S'more Bowl?
Yeah, you're right. It should be the S'more Bowl.
It should be the S'more Bowl. It would make more sense at Camping World Stadium.
Gotta get big s'more on that.
And they have a s'more Pop-Tart.
Oh, there you go.
They have a s'more Pop-Tart. But yeah, that's right. Pop-Tarts Bowl will be the 34th edition of the game. But the first time that Pop-Tarts has sponsored the NCAA College Football Bowl.
And of course, it would have to be here.
Right. And the other one, by the way, that's also happening, I think the New Year's Day, is the Cheez-Its Bowl. God. Why don't they just call it the Pothead Bowl? Because that's what it really is, right? It's just
no, because there's no Funyuns in there.
Right, it's just
it would have to be Pothead Bowl. Don't want to, any confusion.
I'm on board for the Pop-Tart. See, I don't know. It might be a nostalgia food, but those cinnamon Pop-Tarts,
I get it.
I don't eat them.
I get it. It's not the point. But it'd be like having a Hot Pocket Bowl here. I mean, it seems
Buddy,
like
that's next year.
You just spoke that into reality.
Exactly. So when it happens, we're blaming you.
It just always, Orlando always winds up with these ridiculous, what's it called? Oh, the Wiggle Worm Bowl? the Sour Gummy Bowl?
So what does Tampa have? The Outback Bowl?
Yeah, that's
you like
cool.
that? It's the restaurant, right?
It's a steakhouse.
Yeah.
It's a steakhouse. It's not a Pop-Tart.
I can't believe
a Pop-Tart is a kid's food. Who eats that?
I can't believe you're above Pop-Tarts.
I'm not above Pop-Tarts, man. I just
kind of bougie.
It needs to be cooler than Pop-Tart Bowl. You don't see that in L.A. It's not L.A. Pop-Tart Bowl.
So your stance is at least give me Strudel Bowl.
No.
At least that comes with a packet of frosting.
No, that thing is good.
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse Bowl.
I would make my kids fight
to the death.
To the death with hammers for that pack of icing for those Pop-Tart strudel things.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wait. Back up. Are you thinking the toaster strudels?
Oh yeah.
That's different than Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, way different than Pop-Tarts, Jack. That's a pastry. Get out of here.
I like Jack's attitude about it. That's a toaster strudel.
Come on, bro.
I can't believe Jack's fantasy Pop-Tart that was just straight up brown sugar cinnamon.
It's a brown sugar cinnamon with icing. It's the best. It's the staple.
The man loves vanilla ice cream.
He didn't even consider the story. Went right to his own. I love those things.
It's cheese pizza. I don't need the toppings. Come on, people.
No one would vote for that.
Nobody.
Get out of my way with
sugar
the extra.
cinnamon. Just because you listen to rap, this doesn't count.
More isn't always better. That's all I gotta say.
Well, get your tickets now for the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Well, I got to know who's in it.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 770-301. Hop over to JimColbertLive.com. Check us out on YouTube. Some real interesting guests joining us next here on The Jim Colbert Show.
The countdown to iHeartRadio Access Day has begun, and some awesome deals await. Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to register to receive reminders for when deals go live June 1st.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Delays still reported on I-4 this afternoon, eastbound between 535 and I-Drive, as well as westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. Looking at accident activity reported on Kirkman this afternoon at Conroy Road. Looking at a good ride, however, for those taking Florida's Turnpike north and southbound. If you run into traffic problems, make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. A Wawa smoothie is a deliciously smooth way to start the end of your day. Enjoy a delicious Wawa fruit or cream smoothie with Wawa smoothies. Transitions in your day couldn't be smoother. Gotta have a Wawa.
Man, it's no secret the Jim Colbert Show loves the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, and one of the many reasons why it's a top 10 TripAdvisor's Traveler's Choice winner year after year, the only place where you can really experience the excitement of thundering rocket launches right up close, and you get to see the spacecraft that are blazing the trail for tomorrow's discoveries. And this thing has that Atlantis display, so unbelievable, plus all the entire park, not only fun but educational as well. And right now you can take advantage of a new 2-day ticket offer costing less than $45 a day, but offering maximum flexibility for the entire family. It is the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, and you can experience today. Just explore more and get your tickets at KennedySpaceCenter.com.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
I won over $500,000 playing slots. I do this full time and I would not change it for the world. It's fun and I win. I win a lot.
It happens every day. Regular people are winning every single day. Whether it's $500 or $50,000, anybody can win. Because when they win, I feel like I'm winning.
I came one night, hit the double downs, had a couple of good runs, and won about $300,000.
Anybody could win at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Must be 21 to play slots or table games. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Interest rates may be going up everywhere else, but at International Diamond Center, we've got the relief you need. We've slashed interest rates down to 0 for 5 whole years, so you can get that $6,000 designer ring and pay just $100 a month. A $3,000 pair of diamond earrings, just $50 a month. Bands, bracelets, designer jewelry, even GIA certified diamonds. Buy now and spread your payments over 5 years without a dime in interest. It's the easiest and smartest way to buy. Now for a limited time at IDC.
Get the lowest interest rate on the planet right now at International Diamond Center. 0% for 5 whole years. That's right. Instead of 7%, 12%, or 22%, IDC has rolled back to 0% interest financing. How about a $12,000 GIA certified diamond for just $200 a month? Yep, all hand-picked diamonds are included in this incredible offer, so you can go big. All fine designer jewelry, all colored gemstones, 5 years, 0 interest financing, now through July 2nd only at International Diamond Center.
4 Orlando locations. Unapproved credit.
If you love Florida and you love fun, it's time you went fishing. Because fishing, fun, and Florida just seem to go together. But first, be sure to get your fishing license. It's easy. Just visit fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com. And before you know it, you'll be more relaxed than you can even imagine. Casting away your worries and reeling in the fun. So go to fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com to get your license. That's fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com.
When you go to GimmeTheVin.com, we treat you like a customer, not a number. We pay the most, we pay fast, and we take care of you because you're our customer. And that's why our reviews are awesome.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
There are more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password,
for you to become a victim.
LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to LifeLock.com.
Mills Air, in business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 30 years. They are not going anywhere. Carrier, factory, authorized dealers always turn to the experts. As part of iHeart's Access Day, they'll be offering our listeners a special offer of up to $3,500 on new AC units. And as we head into summer, now is certainly the time to replace your old unit. And with these special discounts, you need to reach out to Mills Air at millsair.com. That's millsair.com. Offer good while supplies last.
Wendy's Strawberry Frosty is back for the summer. Because if it's summertime, it's Frosty time. Beach time? Frosty time. Tea time? Frosty time. Me time? Frosty time. Treat yourself to Wendy's Strawberry Frosty this summer and make time for Frosty time. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Now open till midnight or later.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan. For the people.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. If you don't know what web goals are, consider yourself lucky. If you feel like helping out, go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
Jim, when you were making fun of Ross about it's not even a workout day, it's not even a run day, man, you turned into Bill Clinton real fast. Your voice was such a spot-on Bill Clinton impression. I don't know if you were doing it on purpose or not, but I was cracking up.
I don't know what you're talking
Anyways,
about, son.
If you have a duck, eat it. Swirls.
All right, get over to JimColbertLive.com. That way you can check out what's happening right here in the studio. Animal House coming up now. We have some interesting guests. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I am Jim, Jack, and Ross right over there, and Deb has Animal House.
She likes them fuzzy, furry, feathery, tough, and scaly. It's time for Animal House with Deborah Roberts.
And you know it, Animal House is generously brought to you each and every week by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law. We'll tell you how to get in touch with Glenn at the end of Animal House, but now please join me in welcoming Kristen Buford from the CARE Foundation and Apopka.
Yeah. I don't want to make too much noise. I don't want to scare anybody in the studio.
Especially because... Kristen, welcome back.
Thank you very much. I love being here.
We love having you. And then, so tell us who our animal guests are, because, like Jim said,
man, this one.
You definitely want to go to YouTube right now where you can meet Ava. And what is Ava?
Ava is a baby black-handed spider monkey. She was the one that was here a while back.
Yeah, she was so tiny then.
Yes, that's why I brought her, because they grow so fast.
Yeah.
Incredibly fast. I mean, it even shocks me, and I'm around her every single day.
And she's now probably about, 6, 7, 8 pounds?
Yeah, about, and 2 years old.
And she'll get up to be...
15.
About 15 pounds. That's a pretty good size.
Yeah, it's a good size.
Wow, man.
She's
that's
long
incredible.
and lean.
Yes, she is.
She's very clingy. I was talking to you during the break about that. It's like, is she clingy because she's afraid because her surroundings are so unique now and she's out of her comfort area? Or is that just pretty much how she would react anyway?
Yeah, no. She's clingy because this is a different situation than what she's normally in. It's a new place and all that. But this is how she is anytime she's not in her regular environment. I'm mom. She knows I'm mom. She knows I'll protect her. And this is how babies are in the wild with their mothers. They just, if it's a new situation, they're going to stay close. Yep.
Well, plus she was playing with her bigger brother Amos earlier today and had a sleepover last night.
Okay.
So
It's been a tough day for her. I understand.
She was up past her bedtime last night.
I'm curious. Is this spider monkey, who's absolutely cute, a little fearful because of maybe the monkey's never seen like a Caucasian gorilla?
Well, she's not really afraid.
Furless.
Yeah.
She should be. Jack's weird.
Yeah. I think
right
it's
there.
a Jack thing. No, she's actually not afraid at all. She's just, this is how they are.
Okay.
They're just very clingy as babies.
Yeah.
If she was here several days in a row or whatever, a couple days in a row, she'd be haul-assing everywhere.
Really?
Yep, to put it
She'd be
honestly,
comfortable
she'd be
enough?
everywhere and all that. But yeah.
That's great.
So we should probably be happy that she's chill and not pulling on cords.
She's so sweet, though.
Hanging off of the lights and everything.
That's great. I wouldn't mind a little of that. That's fine. And then
Look at her all curled up on your shoulder.
and then we have a new guest that we've never had this animal in here at all. Tell us who else we have.
This is Kahlua. Kahlua is a skunk, a chocolate skunk. It is a safety skunk. She's been de-skunked. She's a part of our little family that actually works with special needs children. She's like a therapy animal, and you can pass her off to anybody, which is why I brought her in here. You guys can pass her around, and she loves to cuddle.
She's very sweet.
Now, how old is she?
She's about 2.5, almost 3.
She's 3 years old.
Yeah.
Now, so she's full grown.
She is full grown.
So, but that,
Yep.
because I know that skunks get pretty big, right? The stereotypical black and white skunks that you hear about that spray and do the whole thing. I mean,
Yeah.
they're actually relatively big animals considering, right?
Yeah, that's average size for a female.
Is for this size?
Yep.
Is it really?
It is. Yep.
Now she's a chocolate skunk. Breed wise, is there any different because of the fur coloration, or is it?
No. In fact, the interesting story with her is she was born at another facility that wasn't supposed to be breeding, and it was accidental.
Right.
I don't know what they were thinking.
It
You know,
happens.
It
Happens to
Yeah, it
teenagers all the time.
happens. They weren't being supervised, I guess. But what was cool was we took in all 5 babies. There was 2 black and whites. There was Kahlua here, and then her sister Rumchata is an albino.
Oh, wow,
So they were
really?
all different colors from one
Rumchata.
single
my
litter.
God.
Yeah, you can tell where we were at that point.
You
So,
You get the full tanning chart.
yeah, exactly. No, it's kind of funny because we try to give unique names to all our animals, and most of the time it's tailored for children. But we thought for once the adults might like the Rumchata and Kahlua thing.
Sure,
It's
So-
good drinks too.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Kristen Burford's here with us. She's with the CARE Foundation up there in the pocket. Tell us a little bit about the CARE Foundation, how you started it, what it's about.
Oh, the insanity. We have roughly about 200 animals at this point. Most of them are ex-pets that shouldn't have been pets to begin with. Everything from things like the monkeys. We're up to, I believe, 11 monkeys at this point. All ex-pets.
Wow.
We have 2 tigers that came all the way from California that were ex-pets. So we have a wide variety. We've got birds, reptiles of all kinds.
What does CARE stand for?
Creating Animal Respect Education.
Okay, so when you get these animals, skunks and monkeys and tigers and whatnot,
Oh, my.
is your job to keep them and take care of them until they pass, or to rehome them?
No, we keep them. That's our thing.
That's
we
your
keep
thing.
'em. Once it comes in, it stays with us. If it's something you need a special license for, or that could be dangerous or whatever, it stays. So we have rehomed. Like I had 7 ball pythons come in on a rescue, and as soon as I got them healthy and everything, I already had 2. I didn't need 7 more.
Right.
So our volunteers took them. The volunteers' friends and families took them. So that if I do rehome something, it's something that would make a really good pet, and it would go to only somebody that I know, that kind of thing. So
Well, let's talk about that I mean, I've never known a skunk.
Yeah.
But you can have the glands taken out, so they can't do the spraying thing.
Nice.
But does that make them? I mean, would that be a good pet? Can you even own a skunk as a pet?
Yes, that is one reason why we take the skunky girls out, because that is one of the few exotic animals I recommend that can be a good pet if you want something exotic. Again, you have to do your research. These guys are nocturnal. Like when she lives outside, but when she comes in to visit, she is up all night. I'm used to it. It's not a big deal. You can get them on your schedule and be a daytime animal. But they're diggers also. You have to be aware of that. if you, there's all kinds of things that go along with it. But it is
Kristen,
one of the,
I love my new skunk, but my carpet.
carpet sucks now.
Yeah.
But you have to be aware of things. But it is one of the few exotics I would ever recommend that if you get them as babies and hand raise them, you have to get them as babies though.
Really?
Yep, you have to get them as babies.
No, she's really calm. Deborah's holding her. She's not moving at all. She seems
how
very
she is.
sweet. Matter of fact, you said Deborah, just take her out of the cage. And
Yeah.
we're used to when you guys come in, like we can't touch a whole lot of stuff. Like I
Right.
can't hold the monkey, right?
Yeah, she won't go to anybody else.
she won't go to anybody else. So
Terrified of you.
But this thing immediately right in the Deb's lap.
And that's why we picked her and the other skunks for therapy animals with special needs children. They don't care. They like to cuddle. If you raise them that way, that's the way they stay.
How did you get into this? Yeah, I mean, what happened to you?
What happened?
One night
Where
on
do we even start?
One night after a little too much
Yeah.
rumchata.
Yeah, there you go. It all started. No, I've always had some odd animals off and on, things my parents didn't even know I had. But I've always been comfortable around the more unique, exotic, and wild. I worked with somebody that had big cats. Felt very comfortable with them, very respectful, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just I can read the animals really well. That's kind of my thing, and that's why I like working with animals that have been abused and mistreated and not well taken care of, because they come in and we spend a lot of time with them, and I personally work with them, and give them a safe and permanent home.
And what's really cool is that now that school is over, you guys have some summer camps, right?
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah, we actually aren't holding a summer camp, but we're going out to do several summer camps.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we've got library programs and summer camps booked up this next month. We're still doing our tours. We have homeschoolers. We've become a real good homeschool place. So the parents are now getting together that have their homeschool children, and they're socializing them, and they bring them out to our place, and we give them the guided tour and the whole thing.
And that's a great weekend trip for a family to go out to the Care Foundation right there in Apopka, see your 200 animals, and it won't cost them an arm and a leg.
Yeah, we keep it real cheap. In fact, I always have people saying after they do our King of the Jungle tour, you should charge more. And I'm like, no, I want to keep it so the families can come out. I want to keep it so they can afford to come out.
Well, I mean, we know these things eat. So with that said, I mean, do you guys do you guys get state funding? Do you guys get county funding? How do you guys fund this thing?
Just by going out and doing the tours, doing the libraries and schools, private donations. Yeah.
Do you have a company that supports you? I know that there are certain companies out there that will support, whether it be with food or whether it be with monetary donations or.
Yeah. Actually, the one good thing that came out of the pandemic was we were having a hard time getting food for our big cats. We have the only liger in Florida. He eats 16 to 20 pounds a day. And so we were having a tough time. And then I saw Second Harvest on TV one day, and I gave him a call and met with the manager, and they were extremely nice and supportive. So now, like just today, I went up and picked up about 850 pounds of meat that they donated to us. So that is huge.
Wow.
Trader Jack's and Publix, they'll give us produce.
Trader Joe's or Trader Jack's?
Or Trader Jack's, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Trader Jack's, yeah.
Okay.
So they donate produce. Some of our volunteers go and pick that up, which is a huge help.
Yeah.
We still, the monkey biscuits, oh my God. We go through so many monkey biscuits because, like I said, we have 11 monkeys, plus we have lemurs, plus we have...
and they all eat the monkey biscuit?
Yeah.
What is that made of?
It's a high protein. It's specially formulated for them.
Right.
So it's very expensive, and we go through a ton of that. We also go through a ton of bird food for our big birds, our macaws, our cockatoos, and all that. That stuff is not cheap.
No, it's not.
It must sound like the brain of an insane person in that place. I mean, you have
my brain?
No. In this place, I mean, you have so many tigers, ligers, parrots, screeching stuff. I mean, is it noisy around there?
Yeah, you're one big storm away from being biblical.
You ever think about building a boat?
Yeah. If I'm building a boat, we're all in trouble.
If she's building a boat, I'm paying attention.
Yeah.
What's your biggest challenge? Outside of the monetary thing, is it finding people to come work there? I would think that it's something like this. You almost have to kind of pick and choose because so many people want to be involved with organizations like this.
Yeah, no. My senior volunteers they've been with me for years and years. My assistant, she has been with me for over 11 or 12 years now. So they're my constants. So I can, if I'm gone for a day, I know everybody will be taken care of and I don't have to worry about it. So, yeah, we're very lucky in that regard.
How can people find you online? Follow your social?
Because they do have an Amazon wish list there on their website.
Right.
So if you want to help out, cover some of these needs for the Care Foundation.
Yeah, and we just had something happen, kind of ironic. We have a new USDA officer, and he's super nice guy. Don't get me wrong, super nice guy. But after... we've been on that property since 2006. He came in the other day and said that we need to put up specialized fencing in certain areas, which is most of our cages. Now, it's not the cages the animals are in, it's the perimeter fences. So we used something called cattle panels. Well, he says that's big enough for a domestic cat or a raccoon or something to get through, which we've never had happen. But he says, you're going to have to put up some other fencing, too. I just bought a roll of the other fencing to put over that. It was $285.
Yeah.
And we've got several cages we have to do.
Wow.
So that's an expense we weren't expecting because we always try to bank some money before the hurricane season.
Right.
Because we've had to take down trees right before hurricane season, take them down during and after. So, there's all these things we have to consider. And all of a sudden, this guy threw this at us, and it's going to cost us thousands of dollars that we don't have.
Wow.
And we're given 33 months to do it. It's usually 30 days. But he says because nobody ever caught it before. And I'm like, really? So I'm not grandfathered in? What?
My lucky day, huh?
Well, tell us the website so folks can go and make a donation, help cover the fence costs, as well as maybe take care of the wish list and then, book a tour. A tour,
Yeah. It's thecarefoundation.org. The Care Foundation, all one word, .org. There's PayPal on it. So, and it lists our different tours and everything. We do birthday parties. We've gotten real popular with birthday
that's awesome.
parties.
And you bring the exotic pet, you bring them out. So
No, we don't do off property. We used to do that, but the animals.
When you go to the facility, you guys they're able to have the animals around them while they do the party.
Yeah, we do a guided tour through the whole place. They get to see a tiger feeding and the whole bit.
Damn.
Then we take out at least 4 hands-on animals that the kids can pet and everything. And then this little one has actually gotten really good about doing meet and greets. Little Ava, she'll come right out for the birthday kid and take grapes out of the hand and everything.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, she's really good at meet and greets for the birthday people.
All right, that's the carefoundation.org, and on social,
Correct.
Same thing?
Yeah, it's Care Foundation Florida
Okay.
for our Instagram and our Facebook.
Very good.
Thank you, Kristen. Everybody,
Thank you.
yay. Thank you for bringing us Ava Kalua.
Spider monkey!
And of course, I'll be posting the Animal House podcast later on today. So if anyone's missed
Fantastic.
any of this information, they'll be able to access it there as usual. You know, if you've been in a car, a truck, or a motorcycle accident and you're wondering which attorney to call, this is the only attorney you should call. Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law. Here's just a couple of reasons why. He never passes your case off to a caseworker. Instead, Glenn is going to personally handle your case to the point where he's going to give you his personal cell phone number and then pick it up when you call. Just a couple of reasons why year after year he is voted super lawyer and legal elite, but he's also an animal lover and he is a true friend of the show. So if you've been in an accident, give him a call, 407-917-1718, or check him out online at klausmanlaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN law.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Winning Wednesdays happen every Wednesday on our Instagram page at Real Radio 1041 with a new prize available every Wednesday. Real Radio 1041 on Instagram is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
Still looking at your normal delays on I-4 this afternoon, east and westbound between Sand Lake and 535 and between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. Looking at a crash blocking 2 southbound lanes on 436 this afternoon at Lake Margaret Drive. A crash on the Greenway blocks the northbound left lane near the John Young Parkway exit. If you see other traffic problems, make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Daytona Beach.
Ocean breeze, tropical beach. An air freshener can make your car smell like paradise. A drive to Daytona Beach will actually get you there. Beach on. Plan your trip today at DaytonaBeach.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at the Filatowski Eye Institute. Everybody knows your eyes are the window into your world, and that's why I would never even consider a discount surgery center for LASIK vision correction. And that's why when my son and father-in-law asked me if the Filatowski Eye Institute was for real, I laughed and said, of course it is. Got him an appointment, and then things got real different. These guys are a recognized leader in vision correction surgery. I trust them implicitly, and my father-in-law and my son did as well, and it turned out really well for them. They have perfect vision now, and it happened virtually overnight. Same thing can happen for you. Let them use 65,000 surgeries. That's the experience you want when somebody's giving you LASIK vision correction, and that's what they have. Not to mention the latest state-of-the-art LASIK tech as well. Fast recovery times, most people back to work the very next day. Start seeing the way you were meant to with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Just text these guys 1041 to the number 868686. Schedule that consultation today. Find out what they can do for you. You don't have to live with blurry vision. They even offer 24-month interest-free financing to qualified patients. Schedule that consultation today. Text 1041 to the number 868686. It's the Filatowski Eye Institute, the smart choice, the only choice for LASIK vision correction.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Marco's Pizza.
iHeart gives you access to the hottest music, events, and deals. But on June 1st, we're giving you access like never before. It's iHeart Radio Access Day, our 24-hour way of saying thank you for listening. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today.
You could be the very first to win your way to our 2024 iHeartRadio Alter Ego in Los Angeles before the lineup is even announced. Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to register to receive reminders for when experiences like this and more go live tomorrow. Maxwell.
Summer is almost here. Time to get swimsuit ready for the pool parties and beach vacations. And for the confidence to look your very best, get RM3 from Red Mountain Weight Loss. RM3 works on your belly, hips, and thighs, attacking unhealthy fat and reshaping your body, all while helping you lose up to 20 pounds or more per month. There's simply no faster way to get swimsuit ready than with RM3. It's safe and effective for men and women, and it's all natural, so it won't make you nervous or jittery. RM3 helps overcome issues that cause weight gain, like a slowing metabolism, hormone imbalance, or from your cell phone right now. And use the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. That's pound 250, keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Did you guys know the average person eats 9 spiders whenever I cook for them?
From his multiple Netflix comedy specials, Anthony Jeselnik brings his new stand-up tour, Bones and All, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa. Don't miss Anthony Jeselnik, live on November 19th. Tickets are on sale now at hardrocktampa.com and anthonyjeselnik.com. Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Welcome back. Dave and Herb here, and we're talking fresh.
Fresh from Florida, that is. Dave, tell our listeners about the produce that's in season.
There's tomatoes, broccoli, watermelon, freppers, spinach.
Wait, hold it. You're just putting fra in front of produce.
Yeah, as in fresh from Florida.
Produce tastes better when it's grown closer to home. You don't need to make up words.
Really?
Ugh, friends, visit followfreshfromflorida.com to see what's in season.
Don't you mean .from?
Ugh, really?
Are you suffering from seasonal allergies? Because you're not alone. Experts say pollen season started earlier this year and will last longer, and that folks who've never had issues before are feeling miserable. I'm Martin Hoke, inventor of Navage, the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Over 3 million people use Navage to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs. Navage helps clear your sinuses quickly and naturally. But what about other people's experiences, like Miss Clement? Quote, I chose Navage because of my persistent allergies. Navage works. While using it, I cut back on allergy meds and occasional shots at my doctor's office. Unquote. That's one of over 120,000 reviews with a 4.6-star average written by people who use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Stop suffering and try Navage today at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
If you're a pro that paints, the Home Depot is here to save you money. Paint stores try to convince you you're getting a good deal by offering deep discounts on paint, but what they don't tell you is the starting price is too high to begin with. The real question is, how much are you paying per gallon? Nobody beats the Home Depot's price per gallon on Behr paint, guaranteed. We offer everyday low prices on every gallon of top-rated Behr paint, stains, and primers. Plus, our pros earn discounts through our Pro Extra Paint Rewards program. That's the value of the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only. See store for details.
Don't forget your free donut at Dunkin'. Don't forget your free donut at Dunkin'. Don't forget your free donut at Dunkin'. Today is National Donut Day. America runs on Dunkin'. Offer valid June 2nd, 2023 with drink purchase. Applies to classic donuts only. Excludes espresso shots. Participation may vary. Terms apply.
Only iHeartRadio gives you access to all of your favorite radio stations.
Rover's Morning Glory.
It's The Woody Show.
It's Elliot in the Morning.
All of the once-in-a-lifetime events.
iHeartRadio Music Festival.
All of the best free curated playlists.
It's everything that rocks.
All of the great podcasts for every interest.
This is Freddie Prinze Jr. from the Wrestling with Freddie podcast.
All of the mind-blowing content.
$20,000. Awesome.
All of your favorite superstars.
This is Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters.
Best of all, it doesn't cost a thing. Download the absolutely free iHeartRadio app now.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Pepperoni pizza, Jack. We can call it the pepperoni pizza bowl. The Pop-Tart pepperoni pizza bowl. Jack won't be there.
He will not. 407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. A wonderful animal house, by the way.
Thank you.
God, so
Very
good.
cool.
You know, a lot of people are saying, they had skunks as pets. We had like 3 people in the texting service go, I had a skunk as a pet. I had a skunk as a pet, and it was a great pet.
So, Deb, when I was getting a close-up video of that skunk, it looked like just incredible nails. And she said this thing likes to dig, but that was not digging into you.
No, it wasn't. She was so soft, just a soft little, and her little pads on her paws were really soft.
She was really sweet. They have a very good demeanor. And we were talking before the segment came on the air, and she was saying, like, that is, they are nocturnal animals, so that when the animal comes inside during the night, like she said on the air, that you can train them, but they don't dig. Like, they dig for grubs and stuff. I believe that's what their main protein is. So
with any pet, right? If you do your research, you find out whether or not that animal really fits your lifestyle, your personality, your style. A lot of people think, oh, how can you have a St. Bernard and live in an apartment? When in reality, a St. Bernard in an apartment is great because those are dogs that are not meant to be run and chasing frisbees. Their bones are too big.
That's how Mastiffs are called apartment dogs because they don't require hardly any exercise.
It's not good for them.
It's not good for them. Their hips get that dysplasia thing or whatever.
Exactly, and their backs.
Learn from me, man, because I didn't do the research. Because you got to know the breed of the dog. Like one of my dogs is it's a Facebook post. Dog, you ever heard of that breed of dog?
Yeah, I got a dog that breed. Well, mine was a golden retriever. But
I was a swing and a miss on that one. I don't know. I think I went to the wrong page because that thing backfired.
Yeah, somebody said I had a skunk rescued from a fur farm. He was the best pet ever. A little bit of a challenge, but I adored him and would get another in a second if I could.
Yeah.
So I don't even know where you get those things. I mean, obviously, they're not like, hey, come and get one. It's not like that. And that's kind of what I thought it was, actually. I'm glad she came in and explained that. I didn't realize it was a rescue that just takes care of them when they get there. And if they do distribute any animals that they have too many of, it's usually just to the staff and family of those guys.
Well, and another thing, skunks are one of those animals that their stink precedes any ability to be cute.
Right.
So oftentimes I don't think people would even consider giving a skunk a chance as a pet but now if you can have the glands removed, and she was so docile and sweet. She didn't get nervous when we clapped.
I'll take that skunk over my stupid ass dog now, man.
Oh my God!
I had to wash my dog this morning.
Hazelbub?
Yeah, but Hazelbub, my brother, I believe, put something in the recycling just enough for a crack of the lid to open up. This dog had mustard.
Oh my God, man!
She just got over the wine stain. My dog is white and fluffy. A little bit of wine splashed on her,
and now
mustard.
Now a Packers fan.
Yeah.
I like that.
I had to wash her chest to get the Heinz out.
Oh God. By the way, you've been hearing ads for this thing we're doing called Access Day that starts tomorrow. Now, this is a big deal for the company because Access Day is like when I saw the sheet of things that you can get tickets for and shows, it was like I didn't know what it was at first. And then I started like, man, is this real? Is it real that you can really get access to these kind of tickets to these shows all over tomorrow? That is true. Huge savings from the brands you know and love. Once-in-a-lifetime radio giveaways and experiences from iHeartRadio. You can save thousands of dollars. Matter of fact, on your new AC system, Mills Air, of course, our wonderful sponsor, is bringing this to you. And now, when I say thousands, it's legit thousands. It's not like when a car dealership tells you it's thousands. It's thousands of dollars off. Plus, you can win flyaways to parties that, like with Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind, and Fire, win a trip to hang out with LL in L.A. would be kind of cool.
There's one to see Pink, and I know Pink tickets are not cheap because I looked when she was coming around, and I'm like, oh, I can't afford that.
Yeah.
But 2 different shows, and you get to pick the shows.
Right, and she's just starting. I just read a thing about her today where she's just getting in shape for this new tour.
Yeah.
Like all the big tours are going out. Beyonce's is out now. Of course, Taylor Swift's is sweeping across the globe.
Crushing it.
My God, man. That thing is like the Roomba of earth and money.
Yeah.
It just sucks up all the money in any area. And let me tell you, if you want to see any other celebrity, just go to a Taylor Swift show. Because every celebrity within 300 miles, apparently, is compelled to go and dance.
Including Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, my God. Did you see Miles Teller was there? People are freaking out. They're not just going and sitting there to be cool. Like, Aaron Rodgers was like straight up mom dancing.
Yeah.
At a Taylor Swift show.
I just thought the Daisy Dukes was a weird choice.
Yeah, it was. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com right now. You can register to receive reminders when deals go live. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com. Get that on your browser, get it saved, and that way tomorrow you can go on and maybe find a really cool experience. And this is a great time to do it, by the way, the beginning of summer, because as you start planning your holidays, I don't know if you guys are like myself and my wife, we will travel to cities to see shows so we can experience that city. That's how we went up in Austin. We went up there to see a country show. My wife likes these 80s and 90s country musicians, so they will travel around in like the 80s metal bands. They'll do like 6 or 7 of those acts on one show, and you can like dial it up and go see a bunch of people that you liked in the 90s. It doesn't cost too much money, and it gets you into a city you're not really used to going to. And this would be another opportunity to do something like that.
Oh, you can even win premium Steelers tickets and autographed merchandise.
Dude, it's crazy. I'm telling you, the list is bananas.
And another thing, too, they have a chance to do one of those food services that you do. It's Daily Harvest.
Oh, Daily Harvest, yeah.
Which I've been thinking of trying.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's crazy. So take advantage of it. iHeartRadio, AccessDay.com. That way you can get on that list and find out what's coming up. This is starting tomorrow. So get yourself acclimated so you can take advantage of it.
I'm very jealous of you, Jim. I think you've inspired. Ever since you just brought up that what you do with your wife all the time, which is you grab kind of like I don't know, not like some world-stopping event in some city, and then you go to it to experience the city, half the event.
Yeah.
Just making it an excuse for you to travel.
Absolutely.
I'm climbing up that tree as of this morning. There's an event that I want to fly across the country.
What do you want to go do?
You're going to make fun of me.
Yeah, probably. But it wouldn't matter why.
Come on.
Nintendo Live 2023.
What?
407-916-1041.
Now Jack wants to.
Wait, let me explain.
Yeah, please do.
It's in Seattle.
Oh, man.
And Seattle's cool.
And by the way, this is the time to go to Seattle right now. That way you can get accosted by bums in the best weather possible.
Well, hold on. It's
God almighty, have you seen the nightmare that's up there right now?
It's not as bad as when they were like, oh, we made a new city.
My daughter was there during that time. She was like, "Dad, it's completely insane."
That was Portland though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seattle did some of that too, though. When they would go to Portland,
the Pacific Northwest.
I'll give you the idea how bad Portland is. When people like my daughter in Seattle, like in that whole Seattle thing, all the Seattle stuff, they went to Portland for a weekend and came back and said, "That's too much. That's too much."
I bruised my hip like I never bruised my hip before, dodging human poo on the sidewalks of Portland, and had water dumped on me in Seattle.
Now, are we 1,000% sure it was human?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you.
Is there some big dogs out there?
No.
There's an app that tells you where it is up there. No joke.
It's that bad.
So tell me about this Nintendo thing.
They're going to have live musical performances doing the Super Mario soundtrack and the Legend of Zelda soundtrack.
Is it just a music thing, or is it just also interactive like
it's
games?
like cosplay and stuff.
There's photo ops.
Photo ops with who? With video game people?
With Princess Peach.
Come on, man.
Waluigi.
That's a long flight. That's a long. Is it coming to Orlando?
No, it's only happening in Seattle.
See,
the first time it happened was in Japan, and that was in like 2018 or 19, but now it's here in Seattle.
Yeah, that's better.
And I like going to Seattle because it's always like a really fun way of saying the word cattle.
Yeah.
It always trips me out.
Have you been there before?
Yes.
Yeah.
But not for very long.
Yeah.
Not with wifey. There's traveling with your brother, and then there's
that doesn't even count.
Traveling.
Yeah. Then there's enjoying it.
And then there's like, oh, this is a vacation.
It's funny. I just saw a story that made me think of you today, actually.
Oh, all right.
A festival. I don't know if you heard rapper Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, man.
Bringing back his Camp Flog Gnaw Carnival Festival. First time since 2019.
You have to prepare yourself accordingly for anything Tyler, the Creator.
Dodger Stadium, man.
Do you know why that event... there was a very infamous event at that Tyler, the Creator Music Fest, is that he keeps hyping up the headliner of his own music festival.
And it's him.
No, it's Drake.
Is it really?
And Drake walks out, and everybody
boos him, right?
Everybody booed Drake.
Because he's so Tyler, the Creator, is like underground hip-hop.
It's a different
weird.
fan base.
It is weird. It's almost like, I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of...
the Beastie Boys?
No, the two guys. Oh, God, the clown
Tenacious
guys.
D.
The clown guys.
Insane Clown
ICP.
Posse.
That's it. ICP is kind of what it reminds me of, right?
I think that's what they do. We should become freaking juggalos. Come on, Jack.
Not a chance.
Jackalow.
I will tell you that.
Jackalow.
That's
Pickleback Jackalow.
That's one of the best online flip. That's one of the best online flip books. If you just Google in a safe space, just Google Juggalo Party.
Yeah.
And do it incognito, please.
Jackalow Pickleback. Pickleback Jackalow.
Earlier today, I did ask my wife, I go, what do you think about the name Pickleback Jack?
I'm telling you, dude.
I think I'm changing my name.
Just Pickle Jackalow. Pickle Jack.
Pickleback Jack is
That's a
good.
good
I
one,
was
yeah.
also thinking about pepper jack cheese. You know, like there's a lot going on with your
Pickleback
name.
Jack is a good one, though.
You know, I can now use one of my favorites with Jim.
Which is?
Slim Jim.
Oh.
Hey.
I don't think we're quite there, but
Okay.
we're on our way.
You watch your mouth.
Oh.
Let's start with Slimmer Jim.
Yeah, okay, I'm down. Sign me up. That's Slimmer Jim.
Slimmer Jim.
And Pickleback Jack.
Slimmer down, Jim.
Slimmer down.
Snap it to a Slimmer Jim.
So what we'll do is Depeche Mode is coming, and they're touring again. And what I'll do is I'll go and look at the tour dates. I won't look at Orlando because I don't care. I've seen them in Orlando a bunch. And we're looking for like Wilmington, North Carolina, or Greenville, South Carolina, or some little city that you usually wouldn't go and see a show like that to fly into. And you're right. The thing about the show is the smallest part of the vacation.
Yeah, it's just an excuse.
That's just an excuse to get there.
It just makes your trip a little bit better.
Absolutely.
Man, I want to do that.
That's it.
And it's almost like your relationship is going on a world tour.
It is, man.
That's pretty hot.
And by the way, you have to do it both ways so that, because my wife and I are 9 years apart. She's 9 years older than I am. So, so her sensibility and her music is different than mine by a 10-year thing. So when I was in the 80s music, she's in the 90s music. So we have to find music that we can both kind of enjoy. She likes the country stuff. I like everything else.
Right.
And we go and enjoy it. I don't mind the country stuff. I'm kind of onto it now a little bit, but I never was a big country music in the 90s.
No.
Because all that 90s country music was, to me, just wasn't that good.
Sometimes you just have to be willing to accept your partner's music
That's right.
choices.
That's right.
And they have to accept yours.
That's right.
I'm happy that you've enjoyed that age gap because I have a lot of friends who I'm just like, how in the world are you doing this? Because eight years here at 33 is a 33-year-old and a 25-year-old.
That's, yeah.
25-year-old's been out and about by themselves for probably on average 3 or 4 years. A 33-year-old is over 10 plus.
Right, yeah.
And I've been on dates with younger girls, and each time I was like, so you never watched Rugrats?
No, I am a Rugrat.
Now you know how we feel working
Right.
with you.
Yeah.
What? You've never heard Earth, Wind, and Fire?
I'm just like, I don't think this is going anywhere. If you don't know about the morals that the Rugrats taught us.
You know what happens to us a lot? I mean, it happened last night. We went out to dinner last night. And when we walked up to the register, my wife ordered, and then the lady looks and says, "You guys together?"
Oh.
And I said, "Just 18 years."
Oh.
And they don't know what to say.
Right.
They do not know what to say.
Well, you got to think of a better answer.
No, I think that's a good one.
No, because you say just 18 years, and they're going to go, oh, she's 18 years old.
Dad's taking her out for that special birthday.
The one I tried before didn't work either. I just say by force. And then, of course, they dip into the back and call 911, and I never get my barbecue. 407-916-1041. Back in a sec.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the mid and upper 80s through the Orlando metro. Mix of sun and clouds to start, but mainly after 2 p.m. we will be monitoring a rise in rain chances, and the rain could be heavy at times. We're looking at 40 to 50% coverage throughout the day on Thursday and Friday. High rain chances yet again, and temperatures will be dipping into the low 80s by the end of the work week.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. A Wawa smoothie is a deliciously smooth way to start the end of your day. Enjoy a delicious Wawa fruit or cream smoothie with Wawa smoothies. Transitions in your day couldn't be smoother. Gotta have a Wawa.
Tools Ace Hardware has all the best brands in grilling and outdoor cooking. Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, Napoleon, and Uni. That's Uni pizza ovens. I have mine. I love my Uni pizza oven. And the basic thing is here. You go out to your back porch, you look out there. If you don't see one of those names, maybe you're not getting the best out of your food. Big Green Egg in all the sizes, by the way. And the Weber Genesis Series propane grill, one of the best on the market. And if you don't believe me, do your research. It's amazing. Not to mention, they do have the new Traeger Flat Rock griddle, now in stock at most Tools Hardware locations. applications. And this flat rock griddle fueled propane opened up an entire world. Griddling, frying, steaming, sauteing, delivering that innovation and premium quality the name Traeger is known for. Not to mention previous model Traeger Timberline pellet grills, now $700 off while supplies last. And it's easy. Just visit one of their 12 Central Florida locations, or you can shop online at acehardware.com. That way you get free assembly and local delivery on grills $3.99 and up. It's Tools Ace, the backyard place.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
I'm Katie. I was in a bad car accident. I woke up in the hospital 6 weeks later. My husband called attorney Glenn Klotzman. I met with Glenn. He said he would take care of everything, just keep healing. I feel blessed he was there to help. I'm doing well. I'm so thankful Glenn Klotzman was there for us. The results he got for us were way more than expected. He's more than an attorney. He's a friend. Call him at 407-917-1718. KLAUSMAN law.com. Office Winter Park.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation. Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for the unofficial start of summer 2023. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be along for the adventure. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Maxwell, he was scratching and losing some hair. My vet, she says, oh, he must be allergic to chicken. Another vet said, eat the grain. Third vet said, it's the weather. Then somebody said, DINOVITE.com. It took 2 weeks, and the dog stopped itching. The hair stopped falling out. The Dinovite is a big part of Maxwell's diet.
You get some Dinovite, how happy your dog will be.
DINOVITE.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
When you order food for work on EasyCater.com, we've got your back. Real humans are here to help with your order every step of the way, making sure everything goes right, even behind the scenes without you knowing. Confirming and double confirming with the restaurant that everything is on track. If there's a problem,
Thanks for calling EasyCater.
Call us anytime, day or night, and we'll answer in seconds. We're right here with 100,000 restaurants, working hard to ensure the food arrives on time and is ordered. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
The #1 cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Because I don't like asking my family for help.
Because paying utility bills on time beats paying reconnection fees.
AMP's got cash advance up to $500. No credit checks. Get started at ampscott.com. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Your spark is all you need. And let's be real, you don't have time for smoke and mirrors anyway. So ditch all the pretentiousness and the lighter it rode in on with Blue. Blue e-cigs are available in a variety of satisfying flavors and nicotine strengths. Even better, it's odorless. When you're living unlit, you're comfortable being your true you, and no one will mistake ashtray for your signature scent. Blue, get unlit. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Blue is a trademark of Phantom Holdings 4BV. Copyright 2022. Phantom US LLC.
Every dog has its day, and now it has its own exhibit, too. Orlando Science Center explores the science behind where dogs came from, how they experience the world, and what makes our bond with them so special. In Dogs, A Science Tale, hands-on exhibits will let you see, hear, and smell the world just like dogs do. You'll have a ball sniffing out hidden smells, testing your speed against different breeds, and examining dogs and their role in history and culture. Step into the role of archaeologist and dig deep into the story of our forever friends. Get tickets at osc.org.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassie's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Are you offended yet? Obviously, we're only kidding. You're listening to the Jim Colbert.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. You can leave a talk back as well. Just get the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and once you get it, use that microphone to send it on down the line. That's what you hear occasionally before we come back. You'll hear those voices. That's what it is. It's a talk back. It's free. You can do it. 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Why the smile, buddy? You make me very nervous when you smile.
I was thinking. That's my thinking
about
face.
What? About tomorrow's iHeart Access Day?
Oh, yeah. Big stuff.
Buddy, let me tell you. They're like, I'm serious. I was just going through the emails and stuff. This thing, I remember seeing some of the stuff that was being offered last week. I was looking at they give us a little test site or whatever. And it's everything. It is a lot of stuff. So go to the website. I just did it myself, by the way. Although we're not, we can't take advantage of the those experiences, like those giveaways.
The things you can register for to win, we can't do that.
We cannot do that.
We can buy the other stuff.
We can buy the stuff.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, dude, it's still worth it. I'm still going tomorrow. Because I will tell you, I'm more than likely going to buy tickets to a show and do that very thing we were talking about last segment with my wife. I'm going to find some shows I want to do, and I'm going to go and get them. Because it's ridiculous. The prices are ridiculous.
I'm about that.
iHeartAccessDay.com. Get on board. Tomorrow is going to be the deadline day, and it is going to be crazy. Ooh. 700 items. 700 things to bid on. Or I say bid on, just get.
You can enter sweepstakes to win a flyaway to Orlando.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
That'd be great. You should fly to California so you can fly back to Orlando. Have you been to Napa yet?
No.
Yeah, that's a good one. Have you been there, Deb?
No.
You're not really a wine drinker, though, are you?
No.
No.
Don't agree with migraines.
Yeah. God, it's so beautiful, though. Even just to drive around the hills out there and see the vineyards is badass. But if you're not a wine drinker, it really wouldn't be worth it.
My thing is now I want to go see the Redwoods in Washington State.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what my next trip is going to be? I'm going to tell you straight
Forks,
up.
Washington, where they filmed the Twilight series.
Oh, really? Yeah.
See them girthy trees.
My kids have been there.
Oh, I bet.
Because they were big Twilight fans. I want to go to Kentucky. I want to go to Mammoth Cave and do some bourbon.
Ooh, I've been there.
And do some bourbon bits. It's out here. Mammoth Cave is next level, like can't believe it kind of thing.
I was there when I was a child.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just remembered that.
I heard it's bananas though, man. Do you remember?
Of stalagmites.
Is it stalagmites
or stalactites?
Which one comes up? Which one goes down?
They got both.
Coming down is stalactites because they got to be tight to the ceiling.
Is that how you remember it?
He doesn't.
Yeah,
He's
but
just
I don't know
making
if
that
I'm.
up.
I kind of am.
Okay,
At least we're not on a giant platform.
I think stalactites come down from the ceiling. I had to make a one in 6th grade. I'm trying to remember.
I know.
I don't know what city it's near, though. I don't know if it's near Frankfurt or Lexington or where it's near, but I want to go to Mammoth Cave and go in Kentucky. I hear Kentucky is one of the most beautiful states, and I've never been there. Oh, I take that back. Is Louisville, right?
Yeah.
I've been there one time, and I drove through.
Well, it turns out Jack is right. A stalactite is an icicle-shaped formation that hangs from the ceiling of a cave, is produced by precipitation of minerals from water dripping through the cave ceiling.
You don't give yourself a dong.
Yeah,
you have
don't
to be
do that.
told you deserve a dong, and then you do it. You
And
don't
then-
give yourself a dong. That's like patting yourself on the back. Stop it.
I sense that you guys recognize I deserved it.
And then you gave yourself that sound cue, and it was a coin flip.
Yeah.
It was a 50% chance.
Stalagmites grow up from the ground. But he already gave himself 2 dongs. He's good.
T for stalactite for top, right?
There you go.
That's
Or
what I-
tight to the ceiling.
Okay, Jack.
Check.
My God Almighty, man.
A little power trip.
Somebody get you a cinnamon Pop-Tart.
I
Stat.
guess someone's had a weekend, had a nice nap or something today.
Is it brown sugar and cinnamon?
Yeah,
Is that what it
yeah,
is?
brown sugar. Yeah. It's
Man.
funny when you just said cinnamon. I'm all like, wait, that's not right. But yeah, brown sugar cinnamon with the frosting.
Doesn't even know
Let's
his
go.
Doesn't even know his own favorite
I
flavor.
do know it's brown sugar cinnamon. Look, got it right.
I would wreck a box of those things right now with cold milk. I don't know why, but every time we talk about them, I'm like, God Almighty, I want one so bad.
A Pop-Tart.
Wait, we got them in our little cafe here. It's
No.
like
No, wait a minute.
$15.
You know,
Do you like your Pop-Tarts?
Is that on iHeart Access Day?
Yeah.
Cheaper stuff from our little cafe there.
Do you like them fresh out of the packet, or do they have to be toasted so that that edge gets a little bit crispy, a little bit brown, and the insides get a little bit gooey?
So my favorite is the iced blueberry.
Ugh.
And what do you mean?
Thank you, Deb. Wait.
Deb gets easy. You're
Ooh,
good
job, Deb.
nice, Mitt. You've really gotten some rest
They're
over
gonna
there,
have
Jack.
no value after a while. My God,
Just
Jack's
gonna have no
giving-
dongs
giving
left
dongs
after.
out everybody.
What is it, socialism?
Be quiet.
You're going to tank the whole ding-dong economy.
Hey, and plus I found here the problem. You need a toaster. You can't microwave a.
No, you cannot do a
my
microwave.
God, what animal does that?
College students.
The small kitchen. There's a toaster.
I know there is.
there.
There is, buddy.
Well,
There
we
is.
still have a toaster in our kitchen.
Do we?
Yeah.
We do?
No, I mean in my kitchen at home. Y'all only coming to my house for breakfast.
No, we're talking about here at work. Deb.
For that $15 Pop-Tart, think you
Became-
cook itself.
Became a cookie monster.
All right,
there.
everybody bring a box of Pop-Tarts tomorrow. All right?
Let's go.
Everybody bring a box of Pop-Tarts tomorrow. Bring your favorite Pop-Tart tomorrow.
Blindfold test.
Blindfold test. Pop-Tart blindfold test tomorrow.
And we will see who becomes victorious.
The chocolate fudge ice ones is pretty darn good, too. The s'more one is trash, though. S'more's trash.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Strawberry's
It's not good.
trash.
It's cool when you bite into it.
Whoa.
And that's about it.
Whoa.
Strawberry's trash.
Whoa, no,
Blueberry's the only
whoa.
answer.
No.
Hold your tongue, plebeian. For tomorrow, it will be the great Pop-Tart off. And we will see who's the ruler of Pop-Tart land.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be difficult to figure out what the Pop-Tart is. The flavors are pretty pronounced.
Well, blindfolded.
No, come on. Somebody said they put butter on theirs.
Yeah.
That voice is so good. I keep looking to make sure he's not about to die.
Yeah, people do
He
that.
sounds so close to death.
I disagree with the butter on Pop-Tarts.
Oh yeah, that's wrong.
That's just, that. I think
Yeah,
that's
you don't want
just
to make them unhealthy. My God.
You're eating a Pop-Tart.
You do not need those extra calories.
Let the healthy part go.
Yeah, that's the
Put
thing.
butter on that bastard.
But that's just, I don't know. What's
Put
that
butter
like?
on everything.
It's like, oh man, there's water, and I can't swim. Let's find out where this goes.
All right, 407 916 1041. You can always text us at 77031.
I got a sneaky good Pop-Tart.
There aren't any like discontinued, right? Because if so, I'm going to Big Lots, dude. Because Big Lots has a discontinued like kiwi lime Pop Tarts. Or
yeah.
You can have all those you want.
Hey, mincemeat Pop Tarts.
Oh, yeah.
What's the sneaky one?
I can't tell you because that's going to be my contender.
Well, I've already said blueberry, so do I need to switch it up now and try to throw you for a loop? There's no lemon
No.
Pop Tart, right? Nobody would do that.
There is a
God.
lemon Pop-Tart.
No, there's not.
Why
There
would
is.
you do
There
that?
is.
Yeah, we just had it.
Yeah, they were just here like last week.
Yeah, but they don't make them all the time, though, right? That's not a standard thing. That's a special, like an Oreo, right?
It's a limited run, but I'm answering your question.
Okay.
So,
I don't know if you can find it.
Are there savory Pop Tarts?
I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know if I would like that. Turkey Pop-Tart.
Like mincemeat.
Oh, dude, I'm
I
telling
bet you
no.
Japan has them.
I would like a chicken cordon bleu Pop Tart.
I don't know, man.
Oh
You're
yeah,
all
dude.
kinds of wrong.
Oh yeah, butter that bitch.
About a chicken cordon bleu Pop-Tart.
It's better than the beef stew Pop-Tart.
Butter that bitch.
Show title.
Taco Tart?
Taco Tart.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah.
I mean, taco's almost a pocket already.
Careful.
Is there a taco pocket? Dude, okay,
Taco
easy.
pocket.
Okay. Deborah, chill. God almighty,
You
man.
good?
Come on, Deb.
I'm not doing anything.
Right, yeah. Nothing a sixth grader wouldn't do.
Yeah.
All right, back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Meat,
That's for you, Deb.
sour cream.
It's almost time for Access Day on June 1st. That means huge savings from the brands you know and love, and once-in-a-lifetime giveaways and experiences from iHeartRadio. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register to receive reminders for when deals go live.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Still looking at your normal delays on I-4 this afternoon, east and westbound between Sand Lake and 535 and between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. Looking at a crash blocking two southbound lanes on 436 this afternoon at Lake Margaret Drive. A crash on the Greenway blocks the northbound left lane near the John Young Parkway exit. If you see other traffic problems, make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by ePass.
The Portable Uni by ePass. Now available in black. A toll pass that blends into your windshield. Finally. And Uni works on toll roads in 19 states. The Portable Uni by ePass. Get yours today on Amazon or go with uni.com.
Guys, of course, inflation running high. Nobody really knows when it's going to level out. That's why you got to buy your windows and doors right now at FAS and lock in that price. They have the largest window and door showroom in all Central Florida. 38 unique windows ready for you to operate and pick out your favorites, have them installed, and let your house really showcase itself. Plus, they're built with impact-resistant glass. That's for security, noise reduction, and maximum efficiency. Plus, they have a full selection of hurricane windows and doors as well. And as always, estimates at FAS are completely free, and they always give you tons of options, which is great. And all these products have a lifetime warranty. Plus, if you act right now, how about rebates of $55 per window and $95 per door? Of course, no money down, no interest, so payments for 12 months financing is available, and their showroom is easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4. Slide in, pick out your favorite windows. Your house will be awesome. Your AC will work less, which means it'll last longer. Your house will feel better, and it'll be safer as well. It's FASWD.com.
iHeart gives you access to the hottest music, events, and deals. But tomorrow, we're giving you access like never before. It's iHeart Radio Access Day, our 24-hour way of saying thank you for listening. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today.
Mills Air has been in business for over 30 years. On behalf of iHeart's Access Day, they'll be offering our listeners a special offer of up to $3,500 off new AC units. A Carrier factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. For more information, go to millsair.com.
If there's anything better than getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's, it's getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's for less in the McDonald's app. Delicious. Order in the McDonald's app today. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Use mobile order and pay on the McD app and get 30% off any purchase of $5 or more, like a steak, egg, and cheese bagel meal. At participating McDonald's, valid once a day through 12/31/23, excludes tax, must opt into rewards.
The McCafe Oreo Frappe has altered my brain chemistry. It's got tasty mocha, a hint of coffee, and Oreo cookie pieces. All of this deliciousness is blended with ice, then covered in whipped topping and even more Oreo cookie pieces. Whoa, that's cold. Brain Frappe! Hurry, the McCafe Oreo Frappe is back for a limited time. Use the McDonald's app and get 20% off your order of $1 or more. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 5/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day until supplies last. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
GiveMeTheVin.com now has 40 offices around the U.S. 40. We did $2 billion in buys last year. $2 billion with a B. Because we pay the most, we're easy to deal with, and we take care of you, the customer. That's why we have 4 stars, the highest rankings of any car buyer. GiveMeTheVin.com dominates. Why? Because we take care of our customers. They don't call me America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order, so every bite is hot and juicy every time. Because we love making you a burger that tastes exactly how it should.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger, made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love. welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a handcrafted treat, let our team member Sephora tell you about a Culver's favorite.
We make our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard in small batches all throughout the day. And we mean all day, every day. From our supremely rich shakes and concrete mixers to our freshly scooped dishes and cones, we handcraft every bite to pure perfection. Making you a sweet treat with care is the best part of my day.
Come to Culver's and get a taste of our fresh frozen custard. From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious.
Any size iced coffee is only $1.29 at 7-Eleven with 7 rewards. But it's not just iced coffee. It's sacred. It's the crunch of the ice as it tumbles into your cup. It's that blissful moment when you take your first sip. Your daily ritual, a form of self-care even. It's your soul in a cup. Some say you can't put a price on a love like that. But we did. It's $1.29 any size iced coffee at 7-Eleven with 7 rewards. Offer good through 6/27/23 plus tax. See app for details.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Mills Air has been in business for over 30 years. On behalf of iHeart's Access Day, they'll be offering our listeners a special offer of up to $3,500 off new AC units. A Carrier factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. For more information, go to millsair.com.
We all know Goodwill. But did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us 770-31. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is here. So is Ross.
Yeah.
Scott Maxwell in about 20 minutes or so. Columnist for the Orlando Sentinel, celebrating his 30th year, I think, doing this. Just the other day, wasn't it? Something like that? Or 25th or something. I just saw him some celebration of a time thing for him. I thought it was like him doing it for
20. Seems like it might be right.
When was he on with the file when you joined the file?
Yeah, matter of fact.
Okay, so we can time it like that. I mean,
he was on. No, I remember reading his call. I remember the chain of events that led to him starting his weekly call. And it was leading up to the election of 2004.
Okay, go. So it's 2004.
So he was
almost
already,
20 years.
But he was already doing his column there. But it used to, he took over for Leslie Doolittle, and he could better tell this story. And it was before it was taking names. I forget the name of it. But Leslie Doolittle wrote the column. But there was a lot of
entertainment news and stuff like that. Yeah, because he talks about having to even wrote about us back in the day with the Monsters. Actually, way before it was the Monsters. It would have been just the Russ and Bo show with Dirty Jim. That douchebag. So interestingly, oh, by the way, don't the Monsters have a big thing this weekend? Like a big celebration
Friday
thing
night.
It
is going to be huge in Mount Dora.
They sold the whole thing out, right?
Absolutely, Mount Dora Music
tickets?
Hall, 600 seats.
That's awesome, man.
It's going to be phenomenal. They take the stage at 8:00. I'm going to be there.
Are you there in a professional capacity?
Well,
or are you there just enjoying yourself?
Both.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you working?
I'm always working at a station event. I'm always working. But hopefully I don't have to do anything, because if I have to do something, that means something didn't go the way it was supposed to go.
All right, very good. Well, it's going to be a good time. I wonder if Mount Dora is ready for that.
Yeah.
Think Mount Dora's ready for 600 Monster fans in there? Or 600, 700, 800 Monster fans?
You don't spend enough time in Mount Dora to say anything about that.
Maybe I don't.
Mount Dora's got a event every other night.
I know it's not that it's not that they don't have an event. It's just that an event like that.
Oh yeah, no, we're cool.
Okay, good. All
yeah,
right,
we're
all
good.
All right, 407-916-1041.
I'm sure the Boston Dangler is going to be there. The mayor's going to be there. My
Sure.
drinking partner.
Oh yeah. Good time, man. All right, so it's interesting.
Bail money.
Just a Boston Dangler? Is that a streaker?
Oh, no.
It's a police officer.
The Boston
His name is
Strangler
Barry.
was a serial killer.
All
He
right.
calls himself the Boston Dangler.
Well, he should know that Boston Dangler sounds like an infamous streaker. I'm not crazy.
Well, we're not saying how the guy got his name, buddy. And we don't want to say that he's a cop.
I'm sure he's a phenomenal police officer,
Yeah.
but it sounds like he runs around naked.
He's a naked cop?
No,
Where does he keep his gun?
Easy.
Squatting.
Sorry, Barry.
Hot pocket. So, anybody in your neighborhood drive you crazy? Do things that drive you nuts?
There's
anything in there like you look around your neighborhood and you're like, oh my god,
that guy.
And by the way, in Mount Dora, we've gone over this 100 times in Mount Dora. And I know that you don't live next to it, but that Starry Night fence thing that was out there, that painted fence, is just awful. By the way, it's just awful. If I lived near that, I would spray paint. I would tag it daily. I would spray paint it daily. I would paintball the hell out of it daily. I would hate that. But do you have anything else? Like, do you have a junker in your neighborhood?
No.
No, huh?
I do.
You don't have a junker in your neighborhood?
Nope.
Okay, very
Jack,
good.
what about you? Let's talk, Jack.
You don't have to go into details, but just to clarify, are you lying?
No. No.
Yeah. So, do you have
Nothing of concern.
you got a junker in your neighborhood?
I do. It's like they have a garage that's filled with stuff.
It's a carport or a garage.
But it's not a garage, it's a carport.
Oh.
But he's got all the stuff like piled up there. So it's like the front of his house is like a wall of stuff. And then he flies a flagpole, and on it is a black American flag. It's an American flag, but it's completely black. But you can make out the stripes and the field and the star.
Sounds like the guy who had the naked butt in his yard.
Oh,
Remember that nuisance?
Alan Davis.
Alan Davis. There you go.
What is the all black flag? What does he support?
I think it's a protest thing, and probably
Let's look it up.
Yeah, I think he's not too fond of the current president.
Yeah.
There's just so many flags.
How far?
The neighbor has an American flag where the stripes, instead of stripes, are AK-47s.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And the stars are handguns.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, apparently the black American.
Where the hell do you live?
I don't know.
I thought you lived here, not Amarillo.
I thought, do you live near Jimmy in Geneva?
Damn.
Represents mourning, remembrance, protest, and defiance
There you
is
go.
the black American flag.
Now, are you protesting protests? Because I'm still a little confused.
Is this guy within eyesight?
No, it's on the first. It's about 100 yards away.
Okay, yeah. Ross,
I'd say about
you got a junker in your neighborhood?
5 houses away.
There's this house that is just infested with cats.
Oh, really?
Inside, outside. I don't like walking by it. It looks haunted.
So-
it looks like where the bird lady from Home Alone lives.
So they just put out food, and just all the cats come there because they know there's going to be food out every
Dude,
day?
I don't even know,
It's like
man.
a pigeon lady lives there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The pigeon lady. It is awful. It smells when you walk by it. I'm happy I don't have to look at it every day. It's only when I walk my dogs.
And you have a homeowners?
No.
You don't have an association?
I have no HOA.
Jack, you have no HOA?
I do not.
Deborah?
No.
You have an HOA?
Do you?
I hate HOAs.
Yeah, of course we do have one for sure. Yeah,
Because I've heard some pretty awful things about HOAs, and then the coin flip, the other side of that is that I have a house with about 2,000 to 3,000 cats.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, there's trade-offs, absolutely.
Yeah, here's the thing. I know people have a sour thing about HOAs. I would be a big fan of having an HOA. I think most of the HOAs that are problems are the people who run them. It's not the HOA itself. It's just how militant people get. And for some reason, that particular job has created a vibe where just the most notorious people in your neighborhood wind up heading it up, and they're out there measuring your grass.
And you put your garbage cans out an hour or two early,
Right,
and
next thing
who's
you
that
get-
over at your
right.
house?
It's just awful because they had nothing else to do except police the neighborhood.
Exactly.
You could say the same thing. It's like the Florida government isn't the problem; it's the people who run it.
Right.
You know?
Well, I don't know.
Code enforcement in a lot of cities. If code enforcement,
But that could be the case. I mean, that could easily apply to anything. I mean, you could have police departments that don't have a lot of trouble or don't have issues because the chief is respected and they pass down that respect throughout the ranks. That could certainly happen. And then you could have other police departments that don't look at it like that. This is one that's different, and I've seen this in neighborhoods. This would drive me crazy. But there's a neighborhood here in town. Where is the neighborhood of... let me find it here. Lake Man Estates. Where is that? Lake Man Estates.
Let's do a
We got our
Google.
crack research team on it.
So what's happening?
Michigan.
What's happening is this.
No, that's Manistee.
And everybody has seen this. People parking their tractor trailers, their big rigs in the front yard of their house.
Oh.
So you come through the neighborhood and there's an 18-wheeler, a big rig, just a tractor, not the trailer, but just a tractor parked in the yard. How about 2 or 3 of them?
Okay, so
parked in the yard.
Lake Man Estates is over by Camping World Stadium. It's actually like
right next to it,
just west of it.
Yeah, 30 complaints documenting big trucks illegally parked across from his neighborhood. He says nobody wants to own a house next to that. And when you look at the pictures of it, you're like, oh my God, man, really?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Now, we've seen neighborhoods with, cars up on blocks, cars that, but usually that's in rural areas because most of the homes in downtown or around areas like that don't provide you enough space to park a big rig in it. But I've seen it happen. I don't know which would be worse. I guess the big rig would be better because it leaves sometimes, the junkers don't. How would you even handle that?
How would you handle that?
I don't know how. I got to tell you, that's why I brought this up. I don't know what you do because you want the person to work and make a living to be able to pay their bills, and that people sometimes have to take their vehicle home, and it's different than like if you work for Mills Air or work for one of the companies as a service provider. I know that a lot of times they're able to take those trucks or vans home. Like I wouldn't have any problem with that, but I know some neighborhoods won't even allow that.
But some HOAs will not let you have a commercial vehicle in your driveway.
Yeah, in your driveway.
Whack.
Yeah, that is whack.
Someone just texted us at 77031. I live in Audubon Park, and my neighbor uses old rundown furniture as part of their front yard garden.
Oh, my God, man. That would make me so insane.
I don't... Why?
Why does it make me insane?
Yeah, just you have to drive by
Yeah,
it.
you know how he feels about inflatables.
It brings your property value down, man. How can you enjoy your neighborhood when you walk out your door and the first thing you see across there is old furniture in the yard? Don't you want a vibe that it's like a real neighborhood feel and it's just like junk in the yard?
I would say, if you're
Am I
looking for
bougie there?
Yeah, you're looking for a neighborhood feel. All of this is subjective. Yeah, all of this is because that person thought that looked good.
Yeah, let me ask you, buddy.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah,
and when you're talking about a neighborhood feel, maybe this is just me not living in HOAs my entire life, but having that person have their own little special thumbprint, whether it be old furniture or not, that feels, or at least sounds like more of a neighborhood feel than a cookie cutter.
Really? That's an interesting take.
I
agree
agree with them.
Each house getting a personality. You're kind of seeing what each person wants to decorate.
That's what I love about living in Mount Dora is that when you go walking any of the streets, everybody's house has its own personality. The good thing is...
Right, where you put your mail in the ass mailbox?
No,
okay. But here's the thing. Where do you draw the line then? Because that's what I'm saying is that you have your furniture, then you have an ass mailbox, or you have a...
I'm sure there's some kind of a city ordinance against obscenity.
You have a beer can tree out in your front yard. Can we do that because the person feels that it's cool? Did you ever notice there's only one of those in the neighborhood?
And I get that. And that's why I say all of this is subjective.
Yeah.
A beer can tree, yeah, I would say that's where my line is. But old furniture... Or like a gnome.
Yeah, gnomes are fine.
Yeah. Some people hate gnomes.
Nobody's mad at a gnome.
A lot of people do not like gnomes.
I'm surprised you're not mad at gnomes. Yeah, the lawn jockey. Gotta love that one.
If a gnome is sitting in a recliner in the garden, I would have a problem with it.
How many lawn jockeys do you have on your property?
No lawn jockeys, buddy. We don't do that. I have We have hedgehogs. We have ceramic hedgehogs in our garden.
See, I'm
They're
sure some
badass.
people would look at it and go like, "Oh my God, hedgehogs!
No,
Oh,
they're
God. What is this, Sonic?"
They're classy. Take it back.
Yeah, I'm acting out as somebody else.
Really?
See how?
Well, somebody else doesn't have taste.
Yeah, see how passionate you are about
Yeah.
your chinchillas or whatever.
Chinchillas.
I'm sorry.
Your chinchillas passed the HOA test?
Yeah, of course they did. Can't see them for the road. 407-916-1041. Scott Maxwell up next.
Winning Wednesdays happen every Wednesday on our Instagram page at Real Radio 1041 with a new prize available every Wednesday. Real Radio 1041 on Instagram is powered by Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Looking at your normal afternoon slowdowns right now in the Orlando area on I-4 as you take the interstate both east and westbound. Right now there are no major problems or delays as you travel through downtown on the 408. Looking at some moderate slowdowns north and southbound on the Turnpike as well as on the Beach Line and the Greenway. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Print and Marketing Services help small business print big. Now get $15 off signs, banners, and posters when you spend $75 or more. Offer ends July 1st. Visit staples.com/printbig for details. This is your sign to try Staples, where your prints are perfect, guaranteed.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day on social media is brought to you by myhomebuildersnetwork.com. Wherever you live, you want it to look nice, and you got to take care of your stuff. And if you can't do the job, Mike the Home Builder can. When it came to needing a new roof for my home, because my insurance company told me I needed a new roof, I went to myhomebuildersnetwork.com, connected with Mike the Home Builder, got my new roof. Great price. He did a great job. Also got new gutters with covers. Fantastic. Mike also can do windows, replacement windows in your home, replacement doors. He does it all. Mike the Home Builder. You find him online at myhomebuildersnetwork.com. Great quality, great installation, great service, all at a fair price. Use someone local, someone you can trust, someone who's been on this station for more than a decade. It's Mike the Home Builder. Again, online at myhomebuildersnetwork.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
It's time to soak up those unofficial start of summer vibes with the free iHeartRadio app. Take your favorite radio station wherever you go and never miss the music you love, the latest news, or a chance to win the hottest prizes. Turn up the perfect summer soundtrack for your road trips, pool parties, and cookouts with specially curated playlists. Plus, dive into the world of podcasts and discover captivating stories that will keep you entertained for hours on end. So grab your shades, slather on the sunscreen, and make this summer unforgettable. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order, so every bite is hot and juicy every time. Because we love making you a burger that tastes exactly how it should.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger, made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a handcrafted treat, let our team member Sephora tell you about a Culver's favorite.
We make our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard in small batches all throughout the day. And we mean all day, every day. From our supremely rich shakes and concrete mixers to our freshly scooped dishes and cones, we handcraft every bite to pure perfection. Making you a sweet treat with care is the best part of my day.
Come to Culver's and get a taste of our fresh frozen custard.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
O'Reilly. Stay cool this summer with AC Pro and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get a $15 O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card after rebate plus 2 times O Rewards points with the purchase of select AC Pro ready-to-use refrigerant products that include a hose and gauge. If your vehicle's AC is blowing hot air, beat the heat with AC Pro at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
We all know Goodwill. But did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Just call love, just call love, just call love, just call love. Injured on the go, just call love.
Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando. Sung by non-attorney spokesperson.
This summer, Dunkin' is shaking things up with even more iced drinks to love, like the new Raspberry Watermelon Dunkin' Refresher. Try it and all the Dunkin' Refreshers this summer. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeff Shreve, and I invite you to follow me as we pursue wisdom and peace through Pray.com's new podcast, Weekly Wisdom. Every week, we will embark on a journey through the Bible to discover encouraging truths and wisdom to last a lifetime. The Bible says wisdom is like a teacher standing at the gate, calling for us to hear her words before it's too late. Will you answer that call? Listen to Weekly Wisdom with Pastor Jeff Shreve on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. And every Wednesday at 5:20, we invite this gentleman on. He writes for the Orlando Sentinel. You can read Sentinel. You can read his stuff Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You can find him on Twitter at Scott_Maxwell. Good and loud for Mr. Scott Maxwell.
Yay!
Oh, yeah!
Use the term gentleman loosely. But
Yeah. First question, sir, right out of the bat. This is hard hitting. Are you part of an HOA over there?
Hell no.
No.
That's my guy.
I will not do that. Let me tell you something. You know what? Actually, you all may not know this. Jim and I think we actually overlapped for a little while, lived in the same little neighborhood.
Yeah.
Up in, I think we only overlapped for a couple of months. And they were nice people for the most part. But I went to my first HOA meeting. This was when I had just bought a home. I was thrilled to death to be part of a homeowner association. The dues were $25. That's the key part of this story. $25, nothing. And at the first meeting I went to, there were people talking about whether they should slap liens on people's houses to take the houses for not paying their $25.
Right,
and I said, oh, okay, I am out. I'm tapping out of this. People are crazy.
And I believe we're talking about the same neighborhood, that was voluntary.
Yeah,
like it was a voluntary $25 and people would still bitch. Like you had people that hadn't paid their dues for 30 years and complaining about something. Hey, this guy doesn't cut his lawn. I'm like, well, and? Like you haven't given us a dime for 30 years and all we do is spend money. Man, Code Black used to run his and he would be the dream HOA director. He kept the neighborhood great. They rebuilt the sign coming into the neighborhood. They threw street parties. It was like the greatest. I'm not joking. Like legit shut the street down, street parties, music, barbecue, the whole 9 yards.
We used to have a volunteer HOA, the first house that I bought. And it was great because the neighborhood would get together, beautify the front of the property and the entrance. The problem with that, though, is once some of the key players started moving out of that neighborhood, then the HOA falls to the side, and before you know it, you've got people parking in their front yards.
It's thankless. That's the problem.
It is.
There's nothing. Well, I think they can be wonderful things if it sounds like they operate the way Code Black did his. But man, way too often they become little fiefdoms of insanity.
And it is. You're right.
They put the. Well, I mean, when I get a call, when we write about it, it's because somebody's HOA has told them they're not allowed to put like a lending library in front of their house. You know, those little
like
bird
a book
houses
drop, right?
that have 8 books, because that violates some commerce clause they have in the neighborhood. And if you get into one of those houses, man, you got to check your deed when you buy into it, because when you buy a house, you are agreeing to live by the rules of an HOA. And when a reader calls me, I usually tell them, I don't care how crazy they are, there ain't nothing for me to do about this.
Yeah, there's nothing. Right. And it turns, that power can turn people in your neighborhood.
Militants.
I mean, well, we know, in my old neighborhood, there's one person in particular that had been like one of the stalwarts of the neighborhood and became part of or head of the HOA, and then just turned into just a real nitpicking kind of grouchy old man. I mean, it just really turned out to be not a very pleasant person, which sucked, you know?
Yeah, we actually, when we were looking for a house, we're intentionally looking for homes that were not part of a homeowners association. We got great neighbors. We get together, we play pickleball in the cul-de-sac, we have beers, walk around, drink bourbon.
You win.
And we got one guy who generously mows the median, and we give him a gift, collectively give him a gift card like once a year.
That's nice.
That is.
Very nice.
That's a neighborhood right there.
Yeah,
thank you, Sean.
Yeah, right. I read your column today about the immigration thing, which I found beautifully ironic. I texted you this morning and told you how ridiculous some of this stuff was.
Yes. So we are I guess 4 weeks, 1 month from crackdown, and this is an immigration law that has been making national news, and it's not quite as extreme as it was originally. You may remember, I think we talked about it. The original proposal was like called for jailing nuns, and anybody who like did anything, like all these charities, all these Christian charities that just you show up on their front doorstep. You're hungry, we're going to feed you. Well, this was going to maybe call for arresting anybody, Good Samaritans, and it was like a Catholic priest and literally the nuns in Apopka who were like, I made to go to jail if you guys pass this law. So they stripped that part out of it. But one of the things that people like me have long been saying, and this actually puts me on the conservative side of the aisle, I've long been a fan of mandatory E-Verify. This is basically saying that if you are an employer in this country, you are going to use the federal database to ensure that you are making legal hires. And for decades, the politicians in this state have not wanted to require businesses to do that. And the reason is because, as you all know, undocumented immigrants make this economy work. You know who's mowing your lawn. You know who's working on construction sites. You know who's picking the fruits and vegetables.
And the worst part of the entire, or the best part of the entire column is the state knows it well. Matter of fact, the state knows it as well as anybody. Matter of fact, what didn't they say, like 60% of the workers in certain industries are definitely undocumented?
The Farm Bureau, that's part of the reason I keep mentioning them, because this issue does exist a lot in landscaping and construction, pretty heavily in construction, Florida right now. But I give the Farm Bureau credit. The American Farm Bureau just flat out says on their website, 50 to 70% of everyone who works in our industry is undocumented. So
right.
When people start talking about cracking down on undocumented or illegal immigration, I say, all right, that's great. Just be ready. Because if you actually do this, the price of your zucchini is going to be about $19.
Yeah. And this is one of the policies that drove me crazy when both Governor Abbott and DeSantis were sending immigrants to, up north to Martha's Vineyard and to other neighborhoods like that, because the whole thing is, and the reason it sucks, and of course I get called a rhino all the time, is I'm like, look, man, if it's not politics, then you have a ton of people to choose from right here in Florida. You don't have to go to Texas and find them at the border. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is go to South Florida and the citrus groves and the sugarcane groves.
Here in Central Florida.
Central Florida, just pick out. How many do you need, man? As many planes as you can line up at OIA, even that brand new shiny Gate C, we can fill them up. Why do that? And I talked to my Republican friends about that. I'm like, that's what makes it suck so bad, because it is nothing but politics. If they really wanted to really talk about the immigration issue and the illegal immigration issue, start right here in this state. We don't have to go to Texas to do that. There's plenty of them right here. And they know it. That's the thing that kills you the most, is they know they're here. Their own agencies tell them they're here.
That's right. And in fact, when they one time years ago discussed putting mandatory e-verify. Once again, to the agriculture industry's credit, they went to the legislative committees and said, we won't be able to function. We can't get, most of our workers are undocumented. So Ron DeSantis could have gone to he could have stayed right here. We got ferns up here in Apopka. We got corn up there. You could have gone anywhere and you would have had lots of undocumented. So finally, after a lot of pressure, this is the first year when they were doing this big immigration crackdown, they're taking a lot of heat. They included a provision for mandatory e-verify. Now, it has a number of exemptions. Nobody who has under 25 employees, which is a boatload of employers. In fact, it's the vast majority of employers has to follow this rule. But it would cover all your big agriculture companies. And I thought, well, all right, that's a good start. If they're actually going, because I think this would force America to confront the reality here that we need a lot of these labor jobs, that there are not Central Floridians who are real excited about going out into the field and harvesting tomatoes for like a penny a pound. That's actually the price. I'm making it up. It's a penny a pound they are paid for doing this, or tarring roofs on the beginning. But this is what you were talking about. When I actually dove into the legislation, man, this is some weak sauce that they have passed with regards to the businesses.
Yeah, because there's so many weird little nooks and crannies in this thing that allow, it's almost little escape routes.
That's right. There were two pretty giant ones. One is that anytime the state finds that a business has not been running its hires through E-Verify, they will give them 30 days to get into compliance. And I just think that's funny, because what other law could any of the five of us break? And when the officer says, I'm carting you off, you go, I think I've got 30 days to stop beating my wife or driving drunk before you're allowed to arrest me.
Right. I would love to. Next time, if I ever get pulled over for DUI, I would love to be able to look at the cop and go, hey, man, listen. I'd much rather take this breathalyzer, let's say, what do you, like 20 days? Sound good?
Yeah.
30 days sound good? It is, so it's even more clown showish with that other one, right? Where it gives them up to 2 years or something, 24 months to get into compliance.
Yeah, and another part says that they can't be busted on the first time. They have to be busted 3 times.
3 violations.
3 violations before they can be fined. Once again, you name me any other crime that any Joe Blow. You know, let's keep this issue similar. Let's say they come upon an undocumented immigrant. Are they going to tell them, you get 30 days to be in compliance? Or are you going to say, you know what? This is the first time we've caught you. If we catch you 2 more times, then we're going to start talking deportation.
Yeah, that's not how this works. It's not 3 strikes is 1 strike.
Yeah.
And then 2 more of those, you're out. It's 3 strikes.
What's interesting, businesses throughout Florida tomorrow are expected to close in protest of that new immigration law, Scott.
Well, tomorrow is a day without an immigrant walkout, and there are a number of labor groups that are basically saying that are the point. We'll see how it pans out, but their point is you want to go on without us. All right, you got a lot of toilets that are going to need swabbing down on I Drive tomorrow. You got a lot of produce that's going to be needing picking. Then, by the way, you got to catch your bus ride from your housing that's probably on the fields. Around 4:30 in the morning. So it's supposed to be a day without immigrants to let Florida see. The estimated number, Jim, to your point, is there's 770,000. I believe that's according to the state's own estimates, undocumented workers in the state of Florida.
But I mean, thank goodness the governor still has $12 million to ship them anywhere in the country.
So basically a city the size of Orlando, residents in the surrounding areas of undocumented workers here. And by the way, somebody just texted and said, I work agriculture. I have coworkers terrified to come to work.
That's right. And so there are, I mean, I guess in some regards, the governor and the legislature may get what they want. There are probably going to be some people who leave the state. I don't think they're going to leave this country. I think they're going to leave the state because they are scared to do that. The other thing they're trying to make them scared to do is go to hospitals, which is a weird place to take a stand. I mean, just sort of on a moral basis, when somebody comes up because their appendix burst, to ask them to show your papers before you get treatment, even if you can pay for it, by the way. That's one of the new laws. But yeah, the bottom line is, I think everybody in this country is happy with this broken system. The broken system right now, we get to demand cheap produce, cheap apples, cheap tomatoes. We get to demonize the people, the very people who are doing the labor that allow us to get that fruit, and we don't really do anything to fix it.
Yeah.
And that's why this issue. You're telling me that we don't have smart enough people in this country to fix immigration, to do some comprehensive reform?
I was going to say, why don't the corporations themselves take it upon themselves to have like an on-board or in-house program that allows them to come and do the work, and then while doing that, work their way into the program, into citizenship.
Because I think some of that has to do with the pay. They wouldn't be able to get away with the pay that they give these people. I mean, again, Yum Brands fought for years just to add a penny a pound to the folks picking the tomatoes. It was unbelievable. They fought that hard over a damn penny.
And most of some big retailers still won't pay it. Publix is one of those that, last I checked, still doesn't pay that extra penny a pound. Even Walmart and Chipotle and Burger King gave in. But Jim, I think there's a couple of different things. There is some exploiting going on. I mean, if you have somebody who you know is undocumented on your payroll, you can work them a lot harder, because what are they going to do?
Right,
they're going to go complain
right?
to OSHA. But I also think there are some programs like what you're talking about, and a lot of businesses will tell you, when they're talking privately, we want to provide more paths to citizenship. It is very difficult to do in this country. There aren't that many ways. That's part of why I've wanted E-Verify. I think if we shut this down and said only legal hires, this country would be forced to reconcile what we need, and that's a lot of labor in this country that we just don't have. But I think if you wanted to show how it all fell apart, Marco Rubio, one of the first things he tried to do when he got into Congress was he got with I think it was a gang of 8, and they came up with a comprehensive immigration idea. And it was basically saying, hey, we're going to find a way to let people be here, to get employed, to keep the jobs going. It was a pretty good idea. And Marco Rubio got torched by his own base. And before it was all over, Marco Rubio came out against Marco Rubio's comprehensive immigration plan. And that's just what happens.
Wow, man.
If that's not politics in 2 or 3 sentences, then I don't know what is. I have a great idea. Everyone hates me for it. I hate that idea.
That is exactly what happened. And I think it's been downhill since then. And so they've basically given up trying. And I think everybody's just sort of happy screaming. I think that's what it is. We're screaming about these folks. We play stunts with them. Meanwhile, they continue to work and feed us for cheap prices and do our landscaping. And I heard from I think 3 different construction firm owners today, and some of them said, "Hey." They said, you're right about all this, but understand one thing, this isn't just cheap wages. He said, I got one guy who said, I can pay people $40 an hour for some of these roofing jobs. He's like, nobody else will do these jobs.
Right.
He was saying there are not, or if they do, they're, guys from Florida who show up 1 or 2 days and go, oh no, I'm not doing this anymore. That's what his point was. You show me somebody I can get to fill this job, I will take them. I don't care where they're from. Right now, though, it's a primarily undocumented immigrant.
Now, Scott, you said that the was it the farm? What was the
Farm Bureau?
Yeah, the Farm Bureau. So who handles that for like illegals that would be working in the hotel industry in Central Florida? Considering I think outside of Vegas, we have more hotel space than any other place on planet Earth.
That would probably be the Central Florida Hotel and Lodging Association, or the Florida, I think it's Restaurant and Lodging Association. But I have not seen any industry as candid as the Farm Bureau is about this. But absolutely, there's no question. You get anybody alone, and they will tell you that's who's on their payroll. And that's why they like the system that basically didn't require E-Verify, because all you had to do was basically ask someone to prove they're an immigrant. I mean, a legal immigrant, and they could show you anything, and you're like, all right, good enough for me.
Right, that looks good. I'll see it from across the room. It looks fine.
And it does lead to depreciating wages, by the way. I mean, it does lead to lower wages when you're able to have people who you can sort of exploit for $8 an hour. You don't need to offer $12 an hour, and it drags everything down. So,
Scott, is there any with this situation in this scenario? And this one really makes me so mad because I hear it so often. Go back to your country. You're not. This isn't you. And then they can't. They don't have the information of like, yo, we have a broken system. That is what we're working with. Do you ever see that narrative, that bubble popping of a lot of people who don't like foreigners working and staying here, illegal or not? Do you ever see that massive turn when it comes to us as Americans?
I hate to say this, Ross, because this is when I feel like I'm kicking a puppy because it makes you sad. But no, I do not see that narrative popping, because what you are describing is what I spent the first 10 years of my career writing about. I was like, oh, wait, you don't understand. These people are helping put cheap produce on your plate. And if we kick them all out, your prices are going to go up. And then after I wrote about this over and over again, and I was saying, these politicians are playing you for a fool. They're screaming about immigrants while making sure they can stay here because their campaign donors want to keep the cheap labor on the payroll. And I thought if I explain this enough time, people wake up. I think there's a lot of people who just like screaming. They like the demonization.
If that's the case, then I hope they go on strike. And I hope that all of us get to feel the wrath of what this place looks like without them. Because that would be us touching a hot stove, and finally, maybe that's the way the bubble would pop.
I really like tomatoes, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. And a lot of people like tomatoes.
Yeah.
So then throw away that trash narrative of go away. You don't deserve this country. You don't deserve to be here.
Yeah, we could talk about this for the next 6 years. So
yeah, and also
it's
the whole notion of stealing.
And we will
our
be.
Jobs. Yeah, we will. That's right. The whole notion of stealing our jobs. That was there was a columnist down in South Florida who's like, please take one of these jobs back.
I'll pay $20 for a zucchini if that means a little bit less hate.
Yeah.
I'll do that all day.
That's the trade-off, Ross, and I'm willing to do that too. And that is what. And you know what? Prices would go up, but that's sort of the cost of a society. That's why we're not like Taiwan. That's why we don't have children working in factories, and why we don't have indentured servants, because we supposedly pay a fair wage. But man, this undercuts all that.
Yeah, how about we back that $20 zucchini back a little bit, guys? What are you talking about? Come on.
Wow, you're the only one on the show that could afford it.
I could not. All right, Scott, always good seeing you, buddy. Thank you very much. Again, that's Wednesdays, Thursdays, Sundays. Scott _ Maxwell on Twitter. Stay on top of him for sure.
Hey.
And not like that. You know, just make sure you follow him so he can always keep you informed what's happening in the city.
Talk about bipartisan.
Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Is your yard back together yet?
Oh my gosh, I should have a Colbert Show tour. It looks lovely. We could roll around and make grass angels on the front lawn.
Send me some pictures, will you?
All right, I will. All right.
We'll see you later. All right, 407-916-1041. Load them up. We'll do trivia next.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO Moving.com.
This is 11-year NBA veteran Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by LASIK Plus.
Florida football will be featured by ESPN during the season's opening weekend. The Gators' visit to Utah will kick off the campaign in prime time. That's August 31st. Florida A&M and Florida State are also getting love from the four-letter network. They'll get the featured games on September 3rd. And the Big 12 Conference now discussing expansion this week with UConn, Gonzaga, and Colorado as their likely targets. I'm Scott Davidson.
Do it. Take the first step towards LASIK and score a great deal at LASIK Plus today. Right now, LASIK Plus is offering $1,000 off their Wave Light laser when treated in June. That's $500 off per eye with guaranteed financing. Visit mylasicoffer.com for details.
Look, man, when you want to have the best back patio for the best parties ever, you gotta get with my friends over at Tools Ace Hardware, because they have all the best brands in grilling right there ready for you. Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, Napoleon, and even Uni Pizza Ovens. And I'm not joking. If you go and you Google best grills, you will see those names over and over again. By the way, they have all sizes for Big Green Egg as well. Plus, they have the Traeger Flat Rock Griddle, which is now in stock at most Tools Ace Hardware locations. And this thing is a monster. Propane, it does everything you want. Griddling, frying, steaming, sauteing. Plus, it has the beautiful innovation and premium quality Traeger is known for across the board. And even better than that, right now, previous model Traeger Timberline pellet grills on sale $700 off while supplies last. Just visit one of their 12 Central Florida locations or shop online, acehardware.com. That way you get free assembly and local delivery on grills $3.99 and up. It's Tools Ace, the backyard place.
Ken Jeong. From The Masked Singer, Community, The Hangover Trilogy, and Dr. Ken.
To be hangover rich and famous as an Asian kid, man. My dad went from father to freeloader just like that, you know? You better get me good grades. After the hangover, you better get me S-Class Mercedes.
Ken Jeong Live, October 8th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa. Tickets are on sale now. For tickets, go to Ticketmaster.com or HardRockTampa.com. Seminole Hard Rock Tampa.
So, what could you do with 8 hours? With that much time, probably a lot, right?
Or nothing at all sounds pretty good too. With an 8-hour battery life, a vape device from Blue gives you the freedom to unplug. So relax, disconnect, or just let yourself focus on getting your own stuff done with a full 8 hours of unlit you time. Blue, get unlit. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Blue is a trademark of Fonum Holdings 4BV. Copyright 2022. Fonum US LLC.
At Wells Fargo, if you accidentally overdraw your account, we give you an extra day grace period to avoid the overdraft fee. What if everything came with an extra day?
Sunday night and I have the Sunday scaries.
Honey, don't be scared. Every weekend comes with an extra day now.
All right. TGI Sunday.
It helps to have an extra day. When it comes to overdrafts, you can with Wells Fargo.
Visit wellsfargo.com/getextra to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to timing requirements and the bank's funds availability policy. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. member FDIC.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. But what does that really mean for our clients? For you? It means that when you hire us, you don't just get a lawyer, you get a legal army, almost 800 lawyers alone. Your case is a big deal to us. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If there's anything better than getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's, it's getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's for less in the McDonald's app. Delicious. Order in the McDonald's app today. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Use mobile order and pay on the McD app and get 30% off any purchase of $5 or more, like a steak, egg, and cheese bagel meal. At participating McDonald's, valid once a day through 12/31/23, excludes tax, must opt into rewards.
The McCafe Oreo Frappe has altered my brain chemistry. It's got tasty mocha, a hint of coffee, and Oreo cookie pieces. All of this deliciousness is blended with ice, then covered in whipped topping and even more Oreo cookie pieces. Whoa, that's cold. Brain Frappe! Hurry, the McCafe Oreo Frappe is back for a limited time. Use the McDonald's app and get 20% off your order of $1 or more. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 5/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day until supplies last. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
What's the Anajar Levine difference? When you're injured in a car crash, we focus on your case so you can focus on the one thing that matters most, getting better. I'm Glenn Levine with Anajar Levine. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, Orlando.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
If you love Florida and you love fun, it's time you went fishing. Because fishing, fun, and Florida just seem to go together. But first, be sure to get your fishing license. It's easy. Just visit fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com. And before you know it, you'll be more relaxed than you can even imagine. Casting away your worries and reeling in the fun. So go to fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com to get your license. That's fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com.
Car crash? Call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Are you offended yet? Obviously, we're only kidding. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
What I find really hilarious is the people that have lawn ornaments of animals that are already in your yard in Florida. It's so ridiculous.
I get it.
Good point.
Got a deer lawn animal, and you could actually have a deer.
Right, exactly.
All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. I am Jim, Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Speaking of Ross, what's in the sauce jar, dog?
All aboard! Chugga, chugga.
Choo-choo. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
I have a pair of tickets to see Orlando City SC versus the Colorado Rapids. That's going down June 10th at Exploria Stadium. Kickoff is at 7:30.
Yeah!
That is your sauce jar, which is always brought to you by We Did a Line.
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Got a move coming up? Call them. They can handle it. Local, long distance, residential, or commercial. Doesn't matter, but it does matter that you mention the Jim Colbert Show because you will get a discount. Book them today at CentoMoving.com. That's CENTO Moving.com. Quick clickety-clack. Back to you.
Thank you, Deborah. Ross, who's first today, buddy?
Let's welcome Samuel.
Samuel, right there at the bottom. Sam, how you doing?
Oh, doing great.
Want to play a little game with us?
All right.
All right, let's do it.
I'm ready.
He's ready! Yeah. All right, Samuel, this is a real easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of them is untrue. It's a lie. If you can find it, I'll send you to the sauce jar and off to that beautiful game. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Ooh. It's National Parrot Day. That's right, National Parrot Day.
National Parrot Day.
Here are 3 fun facts.
Three fun facts.
Here are 3 fun facts about parrots, and 1 lie that wants a cracker.
Cracker.
That was so good.
Number 1, a group of parrots is called a pandemonium. Number 2, parrots are the only bird that use their feet to eat. Number 3, in relation to its body size, parrots have the strongest bite of any bird. Or lastly, in India, it's illegal to keep parrots as pets.
Let me see. I'm going to say the first one.
No, that's absolutely true.
Oh.
A group of parrots is called a pandemonium of parrots.
Hell, one parrot is pandemonium.
Yeah, no joke. Who's next?
Let's welcome Chase.
Chase, right there on line 3. Chase, how you doing, friend?
It's a verb.
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Good, buddy. We're talking about parrots today. It's National Parrot Day. Which one of these is untrue? Number 1, parrots are the only bird that use their feet to eat. Number 2, in relation to its body size, parrots have the strongest bite of any bird. Or lastly, in India, it's illegal to keep parrots as pets.
Come on.
Come on, buddy. Gotta have an answer.
Stuck between the... Yeah, I'll go with the first one.
No, that's true. Parrots are the only bird that uses its feet to eat. Their feet are unique because birds usually have 3. They have 4 of those toes or whatever, and their fingers are a little fleshy or whatever. Who's next, buddy?
Let's welcome Jim.
Jim right up top. Jim, how you doing?
Hey, doing great.
Good, man. We're talking about parrots here. Which one of these is untrue? You got a 50-50 shot at this prize. Number 1, in relation to its body size, parrots have the strongest bite of any bird. Or lastly, in India, it's illegal to keep parrots as pets.
Let's go with last one.
No, that's true, buddy. In India, it's
really?
It's illegal.
Sorry, Jim.
It's illegal to have a pet parrot. That's for sure. Let's get Dwayne.
Which one it is?
Dwayne, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing really good now.
Yeah, you are. Tell me if this is true or not. In relation to its body size, parrots have the strongest bite of any bird.
No, that's not true.
That
Jim.
is not true, buddy. I'm going to put you on hold.
It's got to be the shoe bill store.
It's not. I will tell you what it is. It's a ground finch. It's a finch.
Yeah.
And the finch is only the size. It's like I just had it up.
Oh, I'm going to look at...
Got to watch out for the finch.
Ground finch, huh?
The finches were a bad idea.
It has 70 newtons of pressure, And to be honest with you, in regards to its body size, it's the strongest bite on Earth.
Whoa!
It can crack open nuts and shells, and it's a tiny little bird. But if you look at its beak, the way it's
very
designed,
weird. Yeah,
it's like round, and it comes down to almost like not a point, but like a knife blade almost.
Yeah.
And what's it called again? What is the? Are you looking at it?
It's a finch.
Ground finch?
Yeah. What is it? It's from a certain area, right?
Let's see.
West Side Chicago.
No, stop.
That's a dangerous bird.
Anyway, it's a finch that has that, and when you take it down to its body size, it has the strongest bite of any animal on Earth.
Wow, the one of Darwin's finches, the species was the first which scientists have observed evolving in real time.
There you go. Pretty
wow,
cool.
Very cool.
Ross, thoughts?
Jim, I am very excited about this. You are very good at something. You're good at judging.
Oh, God.
And now, some people think that's a bad thing. I honestly look at it as a good thing.
All of your compliments to me aren't compliments.
Yeah, you're going to say you're bad at judging?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't even really know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I remember just the first time I met you, you're like, oh, man, I'm really good at telling who people are.
Oh, yeah. I am a good judge of character. I agree with that.
That's what I mean.
Okay,
well,
there you go.
I have a bunch of things that I'm very curious to see which your judgment would sway.
Oh,
we already know that you don't like people parking in the front yard
or inflatables
or Christmas inflatables. I think you hate the Minions for some strange reason.
No,
I don't know. It was weird. Yeah, exactly.
They're dumb.
I have a couple of things that I want to see.
They're talking Tic Tac.
Yeah.
So what?
You see what I'm talking about?
Dumb.
You also
you don't like Kevin?
You gave me my favorite movie review. I mean, Coco is good, but just stay dead. It's so much more fun. They're dancing and stuff.
And it's right. I'm right.
So
Sounds like a great place.
So I have a handful of those other scenarios, and I'm curious to find out which your judgment will go.
All right, we'll do that next. Hang loose.
Winning Wednesdays happen every Wednesday on our Instagram page at Real Radio 1041 with a new prize available every Wednesday. Real Radio 1041 on Instagram is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
East and westbound delays continue along I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road, as well as near I-Drive and 535. Normal afternoon slowdowns are affecting north and southbound lanes on Florida's Turnpike, as well as east and westbound lanes on the 408 as you travel through downtown Orlando. If you see other traffic problems, make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Sam.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Kickstart your imagination with Audible. Hear celebrity and music memoirs, mysteries, true crime, and more. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Man, it's a fact when it comes to your health, early detection saves lives. No question about it. Also a fact, 1 out of 3 people in our country will die from heart disease. And even crazier, in 30 to 40% of heart attacks, the first symptom is sudden death. But now the good news, you do not have to be a stat. You, like me, can take advantage of the free heart scan with my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. That is a $699 value. And guys, I did my scan this past weekend. My results come this week. I cannot wait. It was as easy as you could imagine. Everything. Don't have to get undressed. Don't have to do any of that stuff. You lay down. It only takes a few minutes, and the information you get can save your life. And, you know, my mom died of kidney disease. My uncle had lung cancer. None of it was predicted early. We didn't have any information. If we would have had this, it could have given us a plan to extend their life, and you can do this as well. Matter of fact, there were people in the waiting room when I left listening to the show doing this. You can do it as well while you're there. Ask about their cancer screening as well. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, keyword free heart scan. That's pound 250. Just say the keyword free heart scan and you'll be connected in seconds. Don't wait another minute. Make that very important appointment today. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
After an accident, it's important to hire an attorney right away. Evidence can disappear quickly. Sure, you could wait to hire an attorney later and see how things turn out, but delays never make a case better. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
I love Mondays. And yes, I'm being 100% serious. Why? It's because I'm a Dunkin' Rewards member. And Mondays are better with Dunkin' Rewards. Every Monday this month, Rewards members get a free medium hot or iced coffee with any purchase. Not a member? Join on the Dunkin' app and never miss a deal like this. Dunkin' Rewards. Save them, stack them, use them how you want. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 per member per Monday. Additional charges and terms may apply. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Interest rates may be going up everywhere else, but at International Diamond Center, we've got the relief you need. We've slashed interest rates down to 0 for 5 whole years, so you can get that $6,000 designer ring and pay just $100 a month. A $3,000 pair of diamond earrings, just $50 a month. Bands, bracelets, designer jewelry, even GIA certified diamonds. Buy now and spread your payments over 5 years without a dime in interest. It's the easiest and smartest way to buy. Now for a limited time at IDC.
Get the lowest interest rate on the planet right now at International Diamond Center. 0% for 5 whole years. That's right. Instead of 7%, 12%, or 22%, IDC has rolled back to 0% interest financing. How about a $12,000 GIA certified diamond for just $200 a month? Yep, all hand-picked diamonds are included in this incredible offer, so you can go big. All fine designer jewelry, all colored gemstones. 5 years, 0 interest financing. Now through July 2nd only at International Diamond Center.
4 Orlando locations on approved credit.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Ricardo, quote, "This is one of the greatest inventions ever. I know this may sound like I'm exaggerating, but this sucker is amazing. The first time I did it, I couldn't believe what came out of my sinuses. I could breathe with ease. My wife just bought one too. Thank you for this product," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. People are like, well, these birds eat with their feet and that bird, every one of those that you guys are naming is a species of parrot. Like, that's what they say. It's like 300, almost 400 species of parrots out there, so. My God, man. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is as well. And Ross has some thoughts.
It's weird.
Pipe it up.
It's funny.
Let's find out.
Sometimes it's Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Spelled like sauce.
Pickleback Jack.
It's raw sauce.
PBJ.
It's a thing, dude. PBJ, Pickleback Jack. It's a movement. It's sticking, whether you like it or not.
I think you're getting your own T-shirt, Jack.
It's happening.
PB Jizzle.
Raw Thoughts is brought to you by Persimmon Hollow Brewing, and honestly, it's a perpetual thought. I love their blood orange wheat beer. Go try it if you haven't. But, Jim, I've always been, it took me about 10 months until I realized, like, damn, Jim is really good at, like, predicting near future stuff. Yeah, it's not even people that you are good at judging. I think it's situations. Sometimes you act on it, sometimes you don't. I'm surprised. You wouldn't even be working here right now if you acted on some of your instinctual judgments.
The Beyond Meat thing cost me a lot of money.
Yeah. That
I say can't cost me a lot of money. I missed out on a big opportunity because I did not, and I knew that was going to hit 100%, wasn't even a thing, and I still did not invest in it, which was dumb.
And I'm sure, there's 20 to 30 more of those situations.
There's quite a few, buddy.
But we don't have enough time to bring all of your downfalls.
It's just a game to me, so I don't even think about it really.
Well, that's good. That's good. And it looks like you're winning the game. We know that you judge people who believe in Christmas inflatables. An odd amount.
It's a judge. It's a weird word.
I mean,
is it though?
I mean, you do wish them ill stuff.
Is it a little too on the money?
I think it's classless. That's all.
Yeah. Yes. What I'm saying.
No judgment though.
So, and that's the thing.
You're just about.
Some people are going to agree with some of Jim's judgments, but hey, isn't that why we're all here?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Literally. Yeah.
One of the many reasons.
Well, yeah, we're here for Jim's judgments.
All right.
I would have called it the Jim Judgment Show.
Deb doesn't sound sold.
So,
Judge Jimmy.
Yeah, Judge Jim. Oh, man, that works. People who drive the speed limit.
I can't even talk about it. I can't even talk about it.
Why?
Because I get so angry.
Yeah.
Following people who do exactly the speed limit. This week has been a really difficult week for me, guys. I'm being dead honest with you. This week has been very difficult. I can find these people. If you put me in a room, if you put me in a city of 1 million people, and 4 of them said, I am only going to drive exactly the speed limit, you can bet your sweet ass I'm going to find myself behind them every day.
Now, I've heard
the worst.
Do you see the problem there?
None.
As
There's no problem.
Or
There's no
with
problem.
you?
The problem's them.
Okay.
It's obvious.
And I remember your reasoning.
Yeah.
All right? And I've always wanted to bring this up.
This is where it gets shaky.
Yeah. Your reasoning is that don't people understand that there's a finite time?
100.
Now, with that logic,
the clock
Jim.
is ticking, dog.
Yeah, I agree. The clock is ticking. With that logic, why don't you run everywhere instead of walk?
Are you out of your mind?
It's quicker. We're out of time. Finite time.
Time is ticking.
But this is a finite show. I don't have to run to the show because it's 3 to 7. Me running doesn't make it go any faster. Do you understand?
Well, it would make it faster.
It does not make it faster. I can run to the bathroom and back. It doesn't matter. We're not going to come on the air when I walk back in the door.
But you have more time to relax.
It doesn't.
But if
you got more life.
Can I ask you a question?
You get more
life. Do I strike you as a guy who relaxes at all, anytime ever?
Yes.
I'm pissed off at my sleep.
At your sleep?
I'm pissed off in my sleep.
Oh.
I'm mad dream at people.
Speaking of which, you do it right before the show. So you speed here and get angry when you can't speed here so you can take a nap.
That's exactly the truth. And that doesn't make sense. I get it. But the faster I can get in the studio, the faster I get to sleep.
All right. What do you think about people? What do you think about truck nuts?
Oh, man.
Yeah, talk to me about truck nuts.
But truck nuts is the truck inflatable. You know what it is? It's classless. If you have truck nuts, you're classless. If you're driving around with rubber nuts hanging from your truck bumper, you are a classless oaf. I'm sorry.
That's the judgment.
It's not funny at all. Nobody thinks it's funny.
It's very funny.
No, it's not. Nobody thinks it's funny.
Truck nuts?
No, they're not funny.
I find your hate for them very funny.
Okay, well, there you go.
There's a difference there. Okay, all right. People who own one cat. One cat.
I don't have any problem with people who own cats.
All right, that's what's up.
There you go.
Good
I'm fine.
answer.
I'm fine with cat people.
Follow-up
Good
question.
answer.
Completely different question. What about people who own 2 cats? I think we're still good there, right?
I don't have any problem with people who own 2 cats.
5. What say you?
5 cats seems excessive.
All right. So now the meter's in the red right there.
5 cats seems like a lot of cats because it doesn't seem like 5 cats can give you any more cat pleasure than, let's say, 2 cats.
Okay.
You know, see what I'm saying?
That's good reasoning.
And I would say the same thing about dogs. You don't need 5 dogs to enjoy dogs.
Wait, 1 dog gives you pleasure?
Yes, 1 dog is fine. Obviously, because I got the other one away. I had 2. And it was too much, so I gave them away. So obviously, I put my mouth where my money where my mouth is. But he went to a good home. I mean, I didn't do anything bad.
They still visit.
Yeah, they're playing this weekend.
I'm curious, 8 cats.
8 cats is too much.
Yeah.
8 cats is too much. 8 of anything. 8 of any animal is too much.
All right.
In your home.
All right. And then what would
kids? Too much.
Yeah, too much.
8 is enough.
And can I tell you, for a lot of people I know, 1 kid's too much.
All right. Final judgment. I need to know what you think about this. This has been the big debate in my household.
Between whom?
Me and my wife.
Okay.
People who stir their coffee with their finger.
Ew.
Do I need to say anything? Who does that?
Who does that?
Who do you know that does that?
That is disgusting.
Who do you know that stirs their coffee with their finger? Please tell me
Ross.
It saves a spoon. I'm not going to use a spoon for 6 seconds.
You are disgusting.
I'm going to spin my finger in it. I'm going to put my digit up in that caffeine juice. I'm going to do it. I'm going to spin it. And now write a dish, save a cowboy or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm using my finger to save a spoon.
Do you and your wife have coffee at the same time?
No, she usually gets it a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So then she just leaves the spoon for you, and then you use the spoon.
And then all you have to do is rinse it off. You don't have to put the spoon in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Why would you do that with your finger? Don't do that in front of me. Do not do that in front of me.
I'm going to finger some coffee.
You're not going to. Do not do that in front of me. I will pour it
It's
down.
wrong.
I'll stick my finger in it. How's that?
That's different.
No, it's not different.
That's really weird.
It's not different. I will finger your coffee. I will finger it so hard.
You know, speaking...
Totally have a show title.
Have you guys tried the coffee porter over at Persimmon Hollow?
Oh, yeah. The only finger I use there is to crack that tab.
Absolutely. Those are your Ross Thoughts, which is always brought to you by... God, we're going to do this more. We're going to have way more Jim Judgment Ross Thoughts.
My blood pressure is literally about to pop my eyes out.
Ross Thoughts is brought to you by Persimmon Hollow Brewing Company. Jim needs a beer. He needs a Blood Orange Wheat, which is my favorite beer right now. I drink it every weekend on the golf course.
That Belgian blonde is no joke either.
Andy and Robbie, the 2 beer gods behind Persimmon Hollow Brewing, they just care about beer. This is their passion. This is their love, and you can taste it with every drop. So visit Persimmon Hollow at any of their 5 locations. They have one right next to Lake Eola. That's my go-to location. I'll probably be there this weekend. Enjoy a Persimmon Hollow beer today. I love their slogan, best slogan in the beer world. Drink sensibly, but get weird. And visit them over at phbeer.com. Those are your Ross Thoughts. I'm out. I'm still going to spin my coffee with my index. I'm out. Peace.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mike, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Delays continue on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area as you travel eastbound between 535 and I-Drive and westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. Looking at a crash causing some heavy eastbound delays on Old Winter Garden Road. The left lane is blocked just before you get to Apopka Vineland. If you see other traffic problems, call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World.jobs.
We're hiring. Come be a part of the magic at Walt Disney World Resort. Discover full-time and part-time roles, including creative costuming, culinary, lifeguard, and more. Apply today at waltdisneyworld.jobs. That's WaltDisneyWorld.jobs.
Man, it's time for a new bathroom. Thank goodness here in Orlando we have Rebath of Mid-Florida. That's rebathmidfla.com. And why is that such a great thing? Well, Dave Denbauer and his son Josh up in Altamont have been doing this for quite a while now, 8+ years. I've been endorsing them for that long as well. And in all those years, not one time have I ever received an email, a text, or any complaint whatsoever. And trust me, they're selling some bathrooms up there. But that just goes to show you how they treat their customers. Not only do they give them great products and great designs, they give them great service as well. You get the same team of people every day doing your job. It only takes 4 to 6 days to get your bathroom in. And when they're done, they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. Guys, you just simply can't lose. These guys know what they're doing, and they have the products to make sure you get the bathroom of your dreams. And you can see it. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. That's where you'll find the showroom. When you walk in, you'll see some models for sure. Those aren't the bathrooms. That's just to show you what the products look like. And yeah, they can give you the stuff you see on TV. And yes, they can give you the stuff you see in magazines. That's what they do. Just hop on board. Check out the before and afters, then book your appointment. Your new bathroom's right there in Altamont at rebathmidfla.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
iHeart gives you access to the hottest music, events, and deals. But on June 1st, we're giving you access like never before. It's iHeart Radio Access Day, our 24-hour way of saying thank you for listening. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today.
You could be joining Ryan Seacrest for a VIP experience at our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to register to receive reminders for when experiences like this and more go live tomorrow.
Last year on National Donut Day, some people forgot to get their free donut at Dunkin'. Like at Sincerely Rosie, who tweeted, "I forgot to get a free donut at Dunkin', frowny face emoji." But this year, with any luck, Rosie will be tweeting, "I remembered to get my free donut on June 2nd, smiley face emoji, thanks to a handsome-sounding radio announcer who reminded me. Why, thank you." America runs on Dunkin'. Offer valid June 2nd, 2023 with drink purchase. Applies to classic donuts only. Excludes espresso shots. Participation may vary. Terms apply. Just come out. Just come out. The man when you're in trouble. Car accidents. Slips and falls. He's the only one that you should call. Just come out. Just come out. When you're injured on the go.
Orlando Attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order, so every bite is hot and juicy every time. Because we love making you a burger that tastes exactly how it should.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger, made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a handcrafted treat, let our team member Sephora tell you about a Culver's favorite.
We make our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard in small batches all throughout the day. And we mean all day, every day. From our supremely rich shakes and concrete mixers to our freshly scooped dishes and cones, we handcraft every bite to pure perfection. Making you a sweet treat with care is the best part of my day.
Come to Culver's and get a taste of our fresh frozen custard.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
If you love Florida and you love fun, then might I suggest you pick up a rod and reel and go fishing? Because here in the Sunshine State, fishing, fun, and Florida just go together. And you know what else goes with fishing, fun, and Florida? I'll give you a hint. It starts with an L. That's right, a license. Getting your fishing license opens up a whole lot of fun and new memories, and it's never been easier to get one. Just visit fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com to order yours. And before you know it, you'll be more relaxed than you can even imagine. Casting your line in your local fishing hole, propping your feet up in that rental rowboat, and of course, catching the big one. So go to fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com. Then plan your escape, because fishing is a great way to connect with family, friends, and of course, nature. Your fishing license is just a few clicks away. Order yours today at fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com and enjoy all the fishing, fun, and Florida you deserve.
It happens every day. Regular people are winning every single day. Whether it's $500 or $50,000, anybody can win. Because when they win, I feel like I'm winning.
Hi, my name is Kong. I won over $100,000 playing Baccarat. You can pick banker or player. If you pick the right side, the odds in your favor.
My name is Janelle, and I won a brand new BMW. I screamed, I hollered, ah, that's me, that's me.
Anybody could win at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Must be 21 to play slots or table games. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Life can be shattered in a moment. When that happens, you need a big law firm to fight for you. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Mills Air has been in business for over 30 years. On behalf of iHeart's Access Day, they'll be offering our listeners a special offer of up to $3,500 off new AC units. A Carrier factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. For more information, go to millsair.com.
iHeart gives you access to the hottest music, events, and deals. But tomorrow, we're giving you access like never before. It's iHeart Radio Access Day, our 24-hour way of saying thank you for listening. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today.
Want a $100 shopping spree on the latest fashion, home goods, or beauty products? Well, that's what Temu, the most downloaded app in the App Store, is offering on iHeart Radio Access Day. So head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today to register for reminders when deals go live tomorrow.
This hour of programming brought to you by MyHomeBuildersNetwork.com. Need a new roof? Then you need Mike at MyHomeBuildersNetwork.com. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
It's not about Judge Jimmy. There's a huge difference in evaluation and judgment, and you can have a lot more fun with evaluation.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us easily at 77031.
Yeah, I like the judge part better.
It's more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Judge Jimmy sounds better than evaluating James.
Yeah, that's
James the evaluator.
Yeah, that sounds more like a medical appointment.
I mean, it's no pickleback Jack.
Yeah.
Sounds like a HIPAA violation.
It's kind of growing on me.
I am Jim, Deb, and Jack and Ross are here as well.
I got one more if you want it.
Sure.
35-year-olds backwards hats.
That don't bother me, man.
All right.
That stuff doesn't bother me like that. I'll tell you what does get me a little bit, and it drives my father-in-law completely bananas, and I actually don't understand it. You ever been to a grocery store?
A couple times.
Well, Ross is the only one you can really
exactly.
ask that and wonder what the answer might be.
And for some reason, it happens up here at this Maitland Publix, the one right off 1792, near Horatio there.
Yeah.
Where when the fire department comes to the Publix or comes to the grocery store, they park the rig out in front of the store. Rather than park it in the back of the parking lot, they park it in the area,
Fire lane.
in the fire lane right up front. But they're just in there shopping. They're not there in a professional capacity. They're just parking it out front. It drives my father-in-law insane. And when I say insane, you think I get crazy. We have to leave sometimes. Like it drives him nuts, and I don't understand why they do it. I don't get mad about it.
I think they have to.
Do they really?
If there is a call,
right,
they need to have it ready to go as fast as possible, which is why it's accessible.
Then why do they drive? Why don't they just take a vehicle to do whatever they've got to do?
Because maybe they're still on duty, and that's the only way
Yeah.
for them to get their shopping done and
blocks
still be able to access the call.
And what sucks is, though, and what looks bad, and of course it's not. I mean, nobody's going to get mad at the fire department.
There is nothing that looks bad about a bunch of firefighters coming into a Publix for lunch, Jimmy. I'm sorry. You and your father-in-law are pretty much alone on that.
No, what we're saying is it blocks the entire lane of traffic. And if you've ever been to that particular Publix, getting out of that Publix and only having one lane to do it in front is a nightmare. And they stay there for like half an hour, 40 minutes. And again, I guess that makes perfect sense, but
we're sorry you hate the fire department.
I do not hate the fire department. I never said that
don't think
once.
I want to live in a world without a fire
No
department
one said
like
I
you
hated
do,
them.
Jim.
I simply said I didn't understand it.
Are you going to
Deborah
complain
offered-
that your taxes go to paying for that too?
This job is
Don't
awful.
don't get me started on taxes.
That's how rumors start. This is how it works.
No, but I'm serious, man. I got another problem
Email
today.
him directly.
here we
It's
go.
jim@realradio.fm.
There's nothing wrong with
Sorry,
me asking that.
firefighters.
There's nothing wrong with me asking that.
First responders, they are, Jim.
There's nothing wrong with asking that question. Why do you park the big rig, the ladder truck, the biggest one in the fleet, right out in front, and it blocks all the access to the store? And here's the thing: it's not like they're doing it at 7 o'clock at night, or at 1 or 3 in the afternoon. It's noon, like it's lunchtime. It's packed.
Then you should be going to Pappy's across the street. Cappy's across the street anyway.
Somebody says, by the way, no, they are supposed to park in back. My father-in-law is a firefighter.
Oh.
And then, but somebody else says, at my Publix, they park in the back lot. If they get a call, they have to go. So, I mean, it's a mix of what you guys have said.
But that specific Publix you're talking about is a smaller. You mentioned how hard it is to get in and out. Imagine how hard it is with a fire truck.
Well, the back of the Publix is a road, like an access road. So that you couldn't park. Theoretically, you couldn't park back there. But can I tell you, it'd be no different than what they're doing up front.
It's just going to be a little bit of salt in the wound when they walk out high-fiving, laughing with pub subs.
Oh,
and
no.
you're like, oh, not a murder.
Look, I mean, nobody's mad at them. I just never understood why.
Except you and your father-in-law.
I'll give you the exact thing. Why is it when a cop pulls somebody over, let's say on 1792,
yes.
Let's say they pull somebody over, or they hit, whoop, right? But instead of them pulling, they stop in the middle of the road. Like in the middle of the road, they've stopped this person and blocked the entire right-hand lane when all they could do is pull ahead another 40 feet and into a parking lot. And I've never understood why they get out and do the stop there and not direct the person, hey, could you just pull forward 60 feet and pull into that parking lot? That way we'll both be safe from getting run the F over.
Anxiety.
No.
When I think people react differently when those lights go on.
Yeah, but
sometimes they're not thinking like, okay, I'll just pull forward because he'll think I'm trying to escape.
Yep.
He'll think I'm running from them, and they're just going to pull over and stop there.
But
I understand.
They have a PA system that has a giant speaker. Driver, could you please pull forward into the parking lot on the right?
Oh, I'm crying if I hear that. All I heard was just like, oh, no, he's talking to me. Now it's clean up on aisle Nissan.
I've just never understood that. I mean, you understand they're doing their job.
Yeah.
I've just never, it seems unsafe. That's the thing that's like, it happened today in Maitland. I was buying shoes, and where I was buying shoes, they had some business there. It was an SUV, a community service officer, and a regular officer in the dead center of the lane. In the dead center of the lane. I didn't understand why they couldn't have pulled a little bit forward and handled that business there and kept that path open. It just, again, it seems unsafe.
So do you dislike the police as much as the fire department because they're pulling people over in your way?
No.
The worst.
This has got nothing to do with whether I like them or dislike them. I just don't understand procedure.
I'm not driving anywhere near you for the next couple of days, though. I can guarantee you that.
Yo, Jack
and I hope your house doesn't go up or anything because I don't want to be around there either.
Jack is a demon.
Direct your email to jim@realradio.fm.
Straight goblin.
Somebody says, not true. No call, no priority. Park outside of the service area. I'm with you, Jimmy.
It makes the most sense.
And then he goes on to say, I hate the firemen too.
Someone else also says if it's marked with yellow lines and says fire lane, they can park there.
Really? See, I understand.
It does say fire lane. Exactly who else can park there?
Well, I mean, if they're there for an emergency, obviously you don't want cars there so that they can get the truck up there and do their business, but that's not what it's not a parking spot per se. It doesn't say fire lane because fire people park there. It's a fire lane in case there's a fire. They can pull the truck up there. No other vehicles are supposed to park there.
Man.
But I didn't know they were supposed to park there recreationally.
Your poor cardiovascular system. I feel so. I really do wonder. After 5 years, I mean, the level of vitriol for this stuff.
There's no vitriol. I'm telling you, I just don't understand the process.
Which first responders don't you hate?
As a second-generation firefighter and 20 years on the job as a battalion chief for my current department, there are a few things that bother me more than seeing any type of fire apparatus in the fire lane unless they are on an actual alarm. So that's somebody who is a battalion chief agreeing with me.
I didn't even know that was a job title.
That's a cool name.
I want that, man. How do I become a battalion
One guy obviously here says, it makes us all look horrible. My guys know not to do it. The one right below there, Jib's right for once. There you go. There's a compliment. There's a compliment. If you guys give me some, I'm going to take a picture of this.
How many years? 5, 6, or 30?
I know.
How long did it take us
to get
here?
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I've never kind of understood that. And again, I mean, if there's an agreement they have, or that's how they're supposed to do it, it's how they're supposed to do it. I just never kind of understood because it does block up the traffic in front of certain stores. That Publix in Maitland just happens to be one that happens to be the worst case scenario.
So there's some people like you where it's like, I just don't understand why this happens. And then there's Deb who goes, I just don't understand why this happens. Look at these firefighters. Are firefighters stereotypically the most attractive male gig?
I mean, a man in a uniform. They're usually in great shape.
All right.
You know?
All right, we got to step up, guys.
Like Paul Blart?
Well, he's a mall cop. Different than a firefighter.
It's a uniform.
What is the sexiest uniform, Deb? Is it firefighters or the whole thing? That's pretty stereotypical.
Yeah, firefighters, police officers, who have their own groupies, right?
What are they called?
I can't.
Oh, yeah.
There's too many.
Yeah.
Everything that starts with CO is bad.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, seriously, I've been told by several police officer friends that, they'll be waiting in the lot, like by the patrol cars at the end of shifts.
Wow, really?
Kind of like lot lizards.
Really?
Yeah.
I got one friend who's a firefighter, and he's doing all right.
I was going to say,
doing okay.
Hosing it down.
He's super Italian.
Oh,
he's
dude,
Italian.
that's all you had. Yeah.
Hey, I'm here to put out your fire.
Yeah,
my
Did
shirt
I
came
burn
off.
you up?
Oops. I am here to save your life. I am Giovanni.
Oh, Giovanni, the
too.
firefighter.
Let me turn on the pump. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Let me stretch out this extra long hose.
Not easy. God damn. I don't even know what this is, Jack. What is this?
This is Italian music.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he legit once told me a story that he was saving a woman's life, and the woman was like, oh, damn. Man, we have to go. It was during Hurricane Ian, I think.
But I don't think EMTs get that same juice, right? Like, I mean, it's not like you're not crawling up a ladder to hose out to save a 2-year-old in a burning crib. I mean, you're giving CPR to some guy who ate too much steak. It doesn't have the same provenance, you know what I'm saying? You're sitting there pumping some insurance rep at 51 years old who weighs 650.
My aunt was, when she was visiting, they needed to call the fire department because the fire alarm in the house was going off too high up, couldn't reach it, didn't want a woman at her age climbing a ladder. The firemen came and left. My mom called me. You could hear my aunt in the background having a real lifetime
having a moment.
hot flash. She was like, oh, Jesus. Jeez, my mom had to bake cookies for him. They were so hot.
I need mouth to mouth. Ma'am, you're breathing. That's not the answer.
Ma'am, the fire's a candle. We're all fine. I need to leave. They call them badge bunnies.
Badge bunnies.
Badge bunnies.
Badge bunny is an interesting term.
I mean, it would be dope. It would be dope.
What, to be a badge bunny?
Hey, or you could be hose.
What are the fireman groupies
That's
called?
it, the hose.
You're not going to find much better than hose. Signed, sealed, delivered. Game 7, Gym 1.
Oh, you do truck? Oh, sorry.
Man, I would love to get my fire.
Badge bunny.
He is an absolute trip. I shouldn't be best friends with a firefighter.
Why is that?
Well, he's also best friends with a doctor.
Yeah. They're my childhood friends.
Oh, your friends are very impressive.
Yeah. It's just odd. I'm over. They'll call me up and they'll be like, "How was work?" I'll be like, "It was pretty good. I had a good Ross thoughts. We had gym judging stuff." I'll be like, "How's your day at work?" And they're like, "Nah, 2 people died, but I saved 3." I'm like, 2 different worlds. Why are we talking?
Exactly.
I had a heckler. Someone died in your hands.
Right.
It's a different. This shouldn't exist.
When I meet your friends, I realize that they're doing you the favor by hanging out.
Yeah, it's me.
Holy balls, man.
I know, hose.
Oh,
what a
man,
journey.
that's a good one.
Fire
and somebody
hose.
texted that in right after that. It seems like I stole it, but I didn't on purpose. Yeah, something else has happened to me today. Do you guys? My mouth is like frothy AF today for some reason.
Maybe you have rabies.
Like, no, it's not that.
Yeah, it might be something else. I don't know.
But during my live reads today, if you've heard me kind of, I mean, usually they're so crisp and clean. But today
we laughed too hard at that.
Today they were particularly juicy, and I don't know what it is, but my mouth is frothing like crazy. I got a lot of mouth whip going on today. What causes that?
I'm asking Chat GPT.
Oh, don't do it.
Yeah,
No, not anymore.
What causes mouth whip?
What makes
I think
my
that
mouth,
one's safe.
my mouth frothy?
If it says, "Are you talking to a badge bunny?"
Is it a raccoon in the daylight?
Oh, rodeo guys have groupies called buckle bunnies.
Buckle bunny. I could see that though.
If
a
you're
rodeo man.
If you're a peanut grower, you have nut sluts.
It would just be awesome. It'd be really cool, though, to be in a serious relationship with a police officer.
Would it?
I mean,
I've heard
there would be some pros.
I've heard hot and cold about dating cops, women and men, for the record.
Oh yeah, that's an incredibly stressful job.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have some parameters and rules in place.
I've heard that women who are married to cops have a very difficult life because of that whole, every time they leave the house
That's
scenario.
stress, no doubt.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't imagine that, man. I could not imagine being married to someone whose job requires them to possibly chance death every single day they clock in.
And it's we think of that aspect of it, but I think the other aspect we don't pay enough attention to, and there is a corrections officer up in New York who ran literally 5 marathons in 5 days, 131 miles, because he's trying to draw attention to mental health of our veterans, but also of our first responders, our police officers, because if you saw any of the body cam video of the cops after they came out of the Uvalde, the school, they were vomiting and sobbing in each other's arms. And then they have to go home to their kids and wife and have a normal life. How do you do that?
I think Pulse is the first time I remember police officers' mental health ever being brought up as an issue. Now, again, this is just my short-sightedness. It has nothing to do with, that not being an issue previously. But for some reason, it had never made it on my radar. I'd never even considered it because, I think most people look at cops almost like superhero-ish, or did for a while, and they were impervious to things like that. And they just put on this shield every day they went to work, and they could just forget those things and compartmentalize everything they'd seen. And then you realize, oh, man, they don't do that at all.
Well, they can't.
They don't do it at all. There is no magic switch to throw off when you come home from seeing a kid murdered or abandoned, or leave a house where there are two crackheads and their kid's been in the crib for a month and covered in its own poo.
They see the worst of humanity, and then at the end of the day have to switch that off and go home. I mean, even Orange County Sheriff John Mina talked about suffering from PTSD and almost getting close to the point of wanting to commit suicide because he couldn't handle just the stuff trapped in your head that you see all the time with your job.
That's when, boy, you're talking about if there's ever a time for a Men in Black light. Where you have that little memory thing. You walk out of the Pulse scenario. Okay, just come here, son, for a second. Just get him with that thing. You good now? All right, good.
I think that was the first time we were ever really made aware of officers' mental health was after Pulse, when they mentioned
Jerry Rearland.
Jerry
Rearland. He was the OPD first responder who was deemed permanently and totally disabled.
He was the Eatonville officer, right? Who first arrived at the scene, and now he says he can't work. And I'd never heard of PTSD from police officers before Pulse.
And he was the guy who fought the county for years to be able to get his benefits or something, right?
Yes.
Just to be able to get therapy for what he saw that day. And they fought him. It was Raylan, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things
his wife was a big proponent as well. And I know that we talked to her a bunch when I was with the Monsters.
Yeah.
Because we could not believe that it would be that difficult after something like that to get that kind of. But it was lifetime coverage, though, right? It would have been therapy for his life, I believe.
Right.
And he wasn't going to work, and I think he still wanted to get paid. And that case like that had never been really. I don't think that had ever been considered before.
No, and plus the small town police force like Eatonville may not have the budget for that. But I remember the detail that haunted them the most was the ringing of the cell phones.
Yeah, that's what I heard over and over and over again, and them lighting up,
and the
pitch dark room, and
and knowing they're not going to get picked up and answered.
Yeah. 407-916. Boy, that was started off as a really fun segment.
Yeah, way to go, Ross.
You guys want to talk about Pop-Tarts?
All right, tomorrow is our Access Day at iHeartRadio, and I know that you hear the ads. Matter of fact, I've done one here, brought to you by our friends Mills Air, Leon Mills and his company, one of the best out there. If you ever need an AC company that you can trust, just from me and from Ross and all the people that have dealt with Leon and his company, they're just really, really good people.
Do you see what they got up on the website?
No, what?
They have a massive offer for this event going down tomorrow.
Like $3,500.
$3,500 off.
And here's the thing, going into the summer, and we talk about these deals that they get with Carrier because them being a Carrier factory authorized dealer allows them to work with Carrier directly. They already get good deals, and you already get stuff like that. But this is even better. iHeartRadioAccessDay.com. Tomorrow, you'll have 700 items on this site to be able to buy concert tickets, experiences, goods, items, and it is a big, big deal because I'm going on there first thing in the morning. I'm telling you straight up, I'm shopping this.
This is basically iHeart's equivalent to Prime Day.
Oh, yeah, exactly
And
what it is.
Jack, is this the inaugural one, the first
Yes.
one?
Yeah.
Which means
First
they're
ever.
really trying to win you over.
They really
There
are.
are some great deals on that
And by the way,
website.
this is a giant initiative from the company. They really want a lot because they want to be able to do this every year, which would be really cool. It's almost like a garage sale, an iHeartRadio estate sale, where you get to go in there and kind of dig around, find something you really enjoy, and get it for a really, really good price. The first list I saw, I was like, what, really?
I know.
What, really? Ticket after ticket after ticket? Just shows alone. You could book into entertainment for the next 2 years with these shows. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Load them up. We have 5 lines open for last call. Let's load those up and get out of here on a Wednesday.
Real radio is the news junkie.
Did you guys ever have any friends growing up that had one of those Sphinx cats?
No.
Those are so strange.
I wanted one so bad.
Oh, they're so weird looking.
They're very. It's like if you removed a person's scrotum and then it got up and walked away. It does kind of look.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the mid and upper 80s through the Orlando metro. Mix of sun and clouds to start, but mainly after 2 p.m. we will be monitoring a rise in rain chances, and the rain could be heavy at times. We're looking at 40 to 50% coverage throughout the day on Thursday and Friday. High rain chances yet again, and temperatures will be dipping into the low 80s by the end of the work week.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's $3 breakfast deal. Wendy's $3 breakfast deal is your choice of bacon or sausage, egg and Swiss croissant, plus a small seasoned potatoes for just $3. Break your morning routine and get your $3 breakfast deal today. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at the Filatowski Eye Institute. Everybody knows your eyes are the window into your world, and that's why I would never consider a discount surgery center for LASIK vision correction. And when my son and father-in-law came to me to ask me if the Filatowski Eye Institute was the real deal, if they really could help them with their terrible vision, I certainly said absolutely. And we set up those appointments, and guess what? Dr. Filatowski knocked it out of the park for those guys, both of them, virtually overnight. Crystal clear vision, a different life. It's just a different life altogether. My father-in-law could not believe how good his eyesight was after struggling with it for so many years. And if you struggle with blurry vision or anything like that, you have to at least see what these guys can do for you. 65,000 surgeries over 30 years. They have the experience you want, and they have the state-of-the-art LASIK technology you want as well. Most people back to work the very next day. You're not laid up for a week. It doesn't work like that. Start seeing the way you were meant to see. Contact the Filatowski Eye Institute easily. Just text 1041 to 868686. Schedule that consultation today. It's very important, and they even have 24-month interest-free financing to qualified patients. Again, schedule that consultation by texting 1041 to the number 868686. It's the Filatowski Eye Institute. They are the smart choice, the only choice for LASIK vision correction.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
There are more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password.
For you to become a victim.
LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to LifeLock.com.
Slowed down, held back, inhibited. What you get out depends on what you put in. Rejuvenate your engine's performance with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline, because true performance knows no bounds. New and improved Shell V-Power Nitro Plus removes up to 100% of performance-robbing deposits to rejuvenate your engine's performance. Continuous use in gasoline direct injection engine fuel injectors.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack.
You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Are you suffering from seasonal allergies? Because you're not alone. Experts say pollen season started earlier this year and will last longer, and that folks who've never had issues before are feeling miserable. I'm Martin Hoke, inventor of Navage, the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Over 3 million people use Navage to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs. Navage helps clear your sinuses quickly and naturally. But what about other people's experiences, like Miss Clement? Quote, I chose Navage because of my persistent allergies. Navage works. While using it, I cut back on allergy meds and occasional shots at my doctor's office. Unquote. That's one of over 120,000 reviews with a 4.6-star average written by people who use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Stop suffering and try Navage today at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for the unofficial start of summer 2023. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be along for the adventure. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword free heart scan.
Real Radio 104.1.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
I have to agree with Deb that I think that firefighters have the reputation as the hottest because there's a hero complex. You think of saving kittens from the tree, holding someone out of a burning building, and also they know their market. They used to come through the Parliament House shirtless with their boots held out, and we would just throw cash at them. They would literally make boots full of money, raising money for their different firehouses.
Oh, there you go.
Always
man.
a good time.
That's how you do it.
Have a great day, guys.
Hey, buddy. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. 2 lines open for last call, just a couple of them.
Now, why can't they shop at Publix like that?
There's college tuition in my boot.
407-916-1041. 2 lines open for last call. Grab those now. I am Jim. Deb is here. Jack is here. And, of course, Ross is as well. We'll get the last call here in just a second. Tomorrow, let's see. Danny Meyering from Orlando Date Night Guide will be on to tell us what's happening coming up this weekend. It was a big weekend last week. Tons of stuff going on. And I think it's probably going to be again as we move into summer. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of stuff to do. The weather's been great, really, in Florida. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's been very mild for late May, early June.
To think that June is tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, really mild. I mean, only a few days in the 90s so far this year.
But keep an eye on the radar because that system in the Gulf that they're sending Hurricane Hunter aircraft to actually monitor this area, because Jimmy and I were looking at the radar earlier today and we're like, man, this thing is spinning out in the Gulf. It doesn't have a close center of circulation, but they're still sending Hurricane Hunter planes. The rain has just about reached the Orlando metro area, and it's quite a blob. So if you're on the roads.
A giant blob all night long. It's going to rain. It's going to be rainy tomorrow, rainy Friday, and rainy Saturday for sure. So, just plan accordingly. That way you don't get swamped.
Yeah.
All right.
You should see this thing. I'm serious.
I should turn my sprinklers off is what I should do.
The blob out there is like 4 times the size of Tampa, and it's moving across the state coming our way.
Oh, that is.
We got a 4X Tampa blob.
Yeah, 4X Tampa blob, OT dubs. There you go. See it, Jack? Right there? There you go. No big deal. It's just a giant storm condom on Florida.
Well, let's go. Let's escape this.
I got to throw new grass next week so it can rain all at once.
There you go. Put some zoysia down.
No. We're just doing Bahia in the back
Bahia.
to
All
create a good root system. Gosh, have y'all... How much do you think a load of dirt costs? How much do you think dirt is? Dirt. How much do you think dirt is?
I have no I wouldn't know the size of it. Like, what does a truckload go for?
I think a load is like 4 or 5 yards of dirt or whatever, cubic yards.
A cubic
so
yard.
So a 3 by 3 by 3 square of dirt. I think it's...
several $100s.
Really?
Not several hundred, but it's...
It's a couple hundred, 200?
$225 for a load of dirt right now, yeah. It's cheaper than sod. Or it's more expensive than sod. Like Bahia sod's only about $150 a pallet.
You just can't pull over to the side of the road with a shovel?
No, trust
me.
me.
In the back of your truck?
Bro, listen, I'd be doing it.
Dude, what are we doing here? We got to start flipping dirt.
Yeah, no joke.
I got that quap of dirt.
I got that dirt pit, dog.
Yeah. I got a half face of some good soil, bro.
All right, who do we have to thank today, Deb?
We want to thank Kristen Burford along with Ava, the Spider Monkey.
And by the way, you have to go podcast this segment and check it out at JimColbertLive.com. We had a skunk in the studio today.
Yes, we did. Kahlua.
And Ava, who was the Spider Monkey that came in when she came in last year, has now grown up and is a big girl now.
Yeah, she is.
And she was all over that. It was a really good Animal House today. Lots of good information, very fun.
And you definitely want to go check them out for one of their tours experiences. Again, from the CARE Foundation, we want to thank Orlando Sentinel columnist Scott Maxwell, and last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat. You guys are the best.
Yeah, they are the absolute best. Of course, we'll hear from Candace on Friday for Rich tips for sure. And we did hear from Mike Larson. I did hear from Mike, and of course, like Deb said earlier, had been dealing with his mom being ill. So he did text earlier and said that he'll be back when he can be back. And I told him to take his time. We want him to be we want him to take care of his business.
We want our Mike Larson to be as Mike Larson as possible.
Absolutely.
We miss him for sure.
That buzzer was for him.
We love having him as part of the show, but you got to take care of your business. Jack, we have a question today, Bob.
We do. Do you have a HOA where you live? We were talking about homeowners associations earlier. It's a 50-50 split on Twitter.
Is it really?
In gym members' Facebook group, 53% say no. So again,
almost 50-50?
pretty even. And then over on the YouTube chat, it's at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. 60% say no. So slight advantage to not having an HOA.
Did you think it was going to be close to 50-50 across the board, though?
I did not.
I did not either. I thought that maybe only 25% of the audience would have lived in HOA neighborhoods.
Yeah, almost 50.
Wow. Ross, stand up?
Yes, it's going down.
Okay.
June 15th. I'm going to be at the Improv. You can get your tickets off of the improvorlando.com.
Who you working with, though?
I'm going to be, I'm actually working with my friend Dwayne.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be kicking it with him.
Very cool.
Different Dwayne as
I was going to
before.
say.
Different Dwayne.
Are you guys ready? Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Lee, last call. Lee.
Hello?
I think he flushed the toilet.
Shannon, last call. Shannon?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's Produce Lady Shannon. I haven't talked to you guys in months because I lived in Orlando for 20 years, and then I moved to Connecticut, and Jim was like, why the hell did you move to Connecticut?
Question still stands.
But no, Connecticut is beautiful. You have all the seasons and everything. But every day I listen to the app. I listen to you guys on my way home every single day. And I love you guys so much. And I can't say I miss Orlando, but I love you all.
Well, we miss you. Thank you so much, Shannon. We appreciate it. Drive safe up there in Connecticut. Bundle up. Jeff T., last call.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, man, I just wanted to say, man, there aren't like many things I love in this world, but there are two things that I love for sure. Pickleback shirt and Jack Bradshaw. Pickleback Jack for life, brother.
I like it. Pickleball jacket. You might not have a choice now, Jack.
Oh, boy. Look at that, Jack.
Yep.
Thanks, Ross.
Got a
Candace,
T-shirt.
last call. Take us home.
Hey, Jim, it's DDC Day.
What is that?
Your dead debit card.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Tomorrow I start spending all my money on my Apple Card. I'm so happy and
can't
excited.
wait.
I know. I'm
right.
fired up. Thanks, Candace. We'll see you Friday for sure.
She had a reminder
She had to
about
do it. My
this.
God Almighty. She's
Man.
the one. I got a mom, or I have one.
It's nice to know you still have one.
Oh, God, let's get out of here. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters the morning after us. It's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We will see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a wonderful Wednesday evening.
And go put a little hump in your day. Bye.